That's a car.
No! Oh! No! Boom! Yes!
Welcome back to Plex Ice, everybody. Brett Williams, Robert McCachran, Claudia Chikamian's down on the sideline. We'll have her in a moment. We are all with you tonight on the Capital City Sports Network as South Carolina battles East Carolina in this ACHA season opener for both squads. And time to take a look at the starting lineups here tonight for South Carolina. And we talked about this a little bit in the pregame, but it will be the first line. And actually check that, the first line and probably coming off the bench to start, but at least the starters, left and right wings respectively. Kevin Catrone, Nick Pizzo. At center will be Alex Cranus, one of the newcomers to the squad for the Gamecocks. Defensemen are the first line we expected, Kyle Ware and Nick Nard-Slicko, and once again Bobby Lombardi is in goal. For East Carolina, starting at wings, Nick DiGiovan Antonio, Eric Evans, and center is Stevie Zawada. Defensemen are C.J. Shaw and team president Chris Lockard. And once again in goal for the Pirates is T.J. Helmer Hall.
And Brett, interesting, Cranus is starting, so another freshman out there on the front line, so hopefully you can have the impact that freshman line did last year. So I'm definitely sure that Sir Wah saw something in training camp in the preseason games against Coastal to make him like Cranus. So obviously you got to be excited about Cranis as a freshman coming in too, looking at the future of the team as well.
Absolutely. A team's been young despite the losses from last year. South Carolina's done a good job of rebooting. And let's see what the talent looks like when they get out here on the ice. South Carolina will be going left to right on your screen. East Carolina right to left. The Gamecocks normally wear the colors at home. Tonight they will go with the white. East Carolina coming out in the black with the yellow and purple trim. We are ready for opening face-off of this season, 2016-2017. Gamecock hockey has started at the Plex. Thanks for being with us on CCSN. And quickly here, taken by Cranis and sent along. Now across into the neutral zone. Kyle Ware moving it forward, dumps it in. And the forecheck will resume for a moment. But then East Carolina gets it, wraps it behind the net, and comes on out. Crossing over the blue line, here come the Pirates. Sent on along now, a quick shot. Lombardi almost got it. It ended up being a rebound, not corralled there by Lombardi. Now a shot comes in. Pirates with a puck up in front, very loose. Lombardi blocks it again in front. Another rebound shot, and it ends up in the net. The Pirates with a quick goal here as Lombardi unable to corral the shots going in.
Brett can't really tell who's got that goal, but the Pirates came in on a big rush and fired the shot on the net early. And after a lot of resiliency by the Gamecock defense, ECU was finally able to get the puck in the net. And it's a huge start if you're ECU being on the road here at the Plex. So let's see if the Gamecocks can respond to this early aggression by ECU.
Not what South Carolina wanted to see off the bat. Really a quick offensive assault by the Pirates on Lombardi. And South Carolina unable to get the puck away. So time of that goal coming at just 35 seconds. And the flurry of it did not end up seeing who scored that goal. We'll check on that for you. Quick slap shot coming the other way on the one-timer. It goes wide. Pirates corralling on the far side. Moving forward here, trying to set up, whiffed on the pass. And now sent along back toward the top of the point. Almost kept in. And apparently it will be ruled to be kept in. Thought it wasn't for a moment. Jacob Tengy providing the pressure there. East Carolina sending up to the top. Quick slap shot again, blocked down in front by Alec Martone, and this one is in the boards.
Yeah, ECU continues to bring the pressure on the Gamecocks to get multiple shots. Great block right there by the Gamecocks. You know, like we keep talking about that New York Rangers style defense where they're just getting down on the ground and trying to block those pucks. So definitely a great help for Lombardi if those shots don't even get to him in the first place.
Face-off coming to the right side of Lombardi. It's won by South Carolina and poked out. Sent forward, big check there as Parker Sutton, another Gamecock newbie, goes into the wall. This one sent along, lost for a moment by Aaron Beaver, now wearing number 18 this season, number 2 a year ago. Speaking of number 2, it's Devin Ergo, now wearing it for South Carolina. He has the puck here, sends it on up along the boards. Duncan Hickman corrals it and sends it up into the neutral zone. Here comes South Carolina offensively, lost the puck, did Sutton, and the Pirates go back and get it behind their own net. East Carolina toward the near boards. This one sent along and picked up here by Blake Drummond. Sent forward once again. Well out of the crease, goes back into the back wall, corrals it and sends it forward. Here come the Pirates once again. This one lost on a bouncing biscuit in the neutral zone. Big hit there provided on Drummond. That was leveled Will Jacobson on that hit. Quick centering pass for South Carolina, got all the way through. James Hatton sent it forward. Now coming up, South Carolina, quick shot. And it goes just wide to the right. Shot came off the stick of Sean Davis. Now Hatton with a quick one-timer goes back in. Puck was loose out in front. The Pirates corral it and send it all the way down. Did that hit a stick? The referees will say that it did, so no icing there. Lombardi better get back in his crease, and he does. And the Pirates will once again have it at center ice, sent on down. Taken here by Jacobson once again. Sent over to the South Carolina bench, picked up by the Gamecocks. Drummond with it once again. Lays it on forward, hustling after it, Sean Davis. And Kyle Puzar will quickly get to it, captain for the Pirates. Head coach Zach Johnston was telling us before the game, Puzar going to be a great leader for them this year. And a couple guys go down here in the defensive zone for the Pirates, now hustling on forward. Quick shot goes well high off the upper glass, and a whistle blows.
Now, Brad, I believe there's going to be a penalty against South Carolina, so the Pirates will be on the man advantage. Definitely not with Gamecocks going after already being down 1-0. You know, but I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the Gamecocks seem to be a little lackadaisical out there on the ice, just kind of skating around, just not getting the passes around. ECU definitely came in here to play, and they're showing it right now.
Very true, and South Carolina needs to get some things going here defensively in order to go and avoid going down 2-0 here early. This one sent all the way down. Good clear. Let's see what the Pirates have. Number 10, Matt Taylor, given credit with that first goal for East Carolina. Again, time of that goal coming at just 35 seconds into the hockey game.
And Brett, during the penalty kill, this is one of the times you really miss Patterson, so you definitely want someone else to step up here and be a leader for this team on the power play.
Puck loose in front, still very loose. We can see it there between a couple of the guys' skates. Who gets to it? Eventually Lombardi will grab it and hold. A little bit of extracurricular activity. Gloves up, sticks up. A couple players coming out of that little scuffle pretty enthused.
Yeah, Brett, I believe they kind of nicked the goalie there, and you know the unwritten rule with hockey is you don't touch the goalie, we're going to fight you, so definitely had to protect Lombardi out there, and things getting a little more chippier. This could be what the Gamecocks need, just a little more, chippiness out there to get them going, get them motivated out here to try to get an equalizer goal.
Penalty going to be called against Mike Borst. Another minute 20 to go on this power play for East Carolina. South Carolina will clear it out here. Kyle Puzar going back after it for ECU. Puzar waiting to try to break out. College of Charleston did this a lot last year in the game we saw of the Gamecocks and Cougars. A lot of speed coming out. Let's see what the Pirates have. Quick shot. Lombardi will squeeze and hold.
But right now the Gamecocks looking pretty good on this power play, clearing the puck. A little lapse there, but on the power play, you're obviously down a man. You need to close down on those shooters because right there you had a wide open lane to the goalie. Luckily, it was right at Lombardi, but definitely need more careful out there. You definitely want to be that close, the guy wide open for a one-timer.
Face off to the left side of Lombardi here. It's won by Hickman. Tapped on past a couple of Pirates. Lombardi faked them out and then sent it back to the other side. And good work there by Lombardi. And now the Gamecocks with a chance to come on out. Duncan Hickman tried to weave his way through 3 Pirates. He got through 2. And looks like there might be a hooking call coming up here.
Yeah, the second defender came in for ECU and hooked him right there, just trying to break away towards the goal.
And that's going to neutralize the power play for the Pirates as Nick DiGiovanantonio charged with that hook. So we'll have 44 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And assuming nobody scores from there, we're going to have a minute 16 of a South Carolina power play thereafter.
Yeah, Brett, we talked about at the beginning of the game, the speed of the Gamecocks. So I believe a 4-on-4 actually benefits them with their speed. We haven't really seen ECU and what they can do, but let's see what this can do. The Gamecocks can do in this 4-on-4.
Jacob Tengy comes out from behind the net, trying to provide some offensive pressure. Tengy holds it, sent over to Ware. Ware lost it for a moment down on the near boards. Now sent out towards center. Here come the Pirates with it. And Jacob Tengy almost stole it and eventually poked it away. James Hatton with it off the skate of Alec Martone, then through the legs of an ECU player. Now here comes Martone once again. Martone down to the far corner. He's got Tengy up top. Or check that Tengy on the side. Kyle Ware up top, as Ware is normally quite comfortable in that position. Pirates, however, will win it and send it in the neutral zone. Popped on down, but only for a moment as it bounced off James Hatton's skate. Here come the Gamecocks the other way. Jacob Tengy bounces it off the wall around a Pirate. It's a 2-on-1. He's got Martone. Tengy comes forward. Quick shot. Helmer Hall protecting the near post, and he'll send it out. Gamecocks from behind. Let's see what they can do with this. Kyle Ware up at the top. Ware sent on across. This is Hatton. Hatton has to retreat back in the neutral zone, and now the 4-on-4 has expired. So South Carolina now 5-on-4 the advantage for another 53 seconds. This is Ian Schneider with it, wrapping around the back. Alec Martone will go off. Sent on up. Hatton hesitates, goes in. Helmer Hall left the rebound there. He will reach out, however, and cover just in time.
And Brady, you see that speed out there by the Gamecocks, kind of skating around the goal and definitely getting several pucks on net. It's like we talked about last year, getting pucks on net's never a bad thing. And right there, almost squeezed it through. The goalkeeper was a little frantic there, was able to control the puck and see if the Gamecocks pick up the pressure with 42 seconds left in the power play.
Definitely saw a little bit of a change in the intensity of South Carolina following that early goal. Perhaps a sense of urgency went up a bit more. East Carolina, as you said, definitely has shown they came ready to play. That is dropped for a moment by Alex Kranis. And that one bounced off the upper glass and on down.
And Brett, real quick, I believe that the Gamecocks are doing something they did last year. A lot of really popular for a lot of NHL teams as well, is having one defender and 4 forwards. As Kranis is acting almost as a defender as well. So a lot more attack on the ice for the Gamecocks.
Hustling forward, Sean Davis here as Helmer Hall knocks it away to the right side. Now coming up top, quick shot by Kranis, blocked in front. Good job by the Pirates in front on the defense of that wrister. Kranis will retreat, come back. Only 5 seconds left in the power play for the Gamecocks. It bounces off the stick of Davis. poked aside. Pirates might have a chance to break back out. Speaking of breaking out, DiGiovanni Antonio is out of the penalty box, and both teams back to even strength. 13:27 to go and counting here in the first period. 1-0 East Carolina on the season opener here for both squads. Gamecocks getting the forecheck going. Here's Davis. Sent on in the far corner. Taking around for a moment and then broke out, and the Pirates will clear. That didn't hit a stick, and that should be icing.
And Brett talking about those four forwards and defensemen. I think it's an interesting trend that we're starting to see all around hockey, not only in the pro level but also in college. We're seeing this extra attacker as the, per se your fifth or your extra defender out there. And it's definitely causing more havoc for these coaches trying to figure out how to defend that with an extra attacker and goal scorer on the ice.
No lack of that for South Carolina for sure. See how the experience works out this season. Not a ton of, well, they do have certainly some upper class experience of last year, but more seniors and freshmen oriented. Now a little bit of senior and sophomore feel to the team. Sent on or across the neutral zone. Taken by Gamecock for a second. The Pirates might have a chance to break out, and not quite, as Matt Taylor turned aside and eventually dropped to the ice. See what the call is here.
I believe it's another power play going in ECU's favor is number 18, Aaron Beaver, with the penalty. I believe boarding was the call, as I saw from that signal for the ref. So ECU looking very dangerous again with another power play. So Gamecocks definitely need to be really disciplined, not only during this power play, but for the rest of the game. These penalties start to add up and start wearing on you, and eventually the other team can break through.
Each team 0 for 1 on the on the power play thus far to this game. East Carolina at the point. This is Puzar. Kyle Puzar sent on a cross. One-timer, it blocked high above the net. Lombardi sent it just above the crossbar. Pirates rotate back up top. Passed along. Puzar sends it over to Pat Patterson around the back. Pirates now coming up. Patterson once again sends it on across.
Another
back
penalty,
across.
Brett. Goalie's going out. I believe the ref has his arm raised.
Cross check's going to go against
the goaltender. I believe he said the goaltender did a cross check, so obviously you're going to have to send an extra man out or a different man out, but that's very bad for the Gamecocks now being down 5-on-3 for 1:32.
Alex Cranus going to go ahead and serve that. Well, you're absolutely right there, Robert. A tough situation here for South Carolina, going down 5-on-3 here with a lot of time left to try to kill this one off.
And Brett, this is definitely where discipline comes in. You just got to be able to try to block pucks to help your goalie.
Drifting in, that shot goes up above the boards, and usually that gets whistled. The referee said let it go and keep playing. This puck will eventually go out, and the Pirates will have to clear the zone. So they do pretty calmly, and now they'll break on forward. This is Taylor. Matt Taylor, the goal scorer in this game. Taylor drifts on along parallel to the goal crease. Now works his way around slowly but surely, sends it on along to Puzar at the top. Puzar sends a cross, quick shot, Lombardi right to his gut, and he will hold.
But if you see right there on that play, and the power play for ECU, they're very calm and collective. You're just passing around, moving the Gamecock defense until they think they get a good shot on goal. And several times the puck has gone straight onto the goalie. So a great job. Just give credit to ECU as well on the power play. Just moving the Gamecock defense around and getting good shots on goal.
Now off the face-off, Pirates will win it. Sent back to Puzar. At the point, Puzar sends it on back. Quick shot, bounces high off a Gamecock stick and into the rafters.
It's number 16, Nick Nardslicko there. So great job is getting the stick on the ice there and blocking the puck.
Quick line change here. 47 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for ECU. 1:15 overall in what would then be the 5-on-4. This face-off will come to the right side here of Lombardi. It's won by South Carolina. Cleared for a moment off the boards. Nick Nardslicko, but not out. And the Pirates will once again have it at the blue line coming forward. Sent up top. A little give and go. Now a quick shot in. Very good thought for the Pirates. Will they have the back post? They will, and they score. 2-0 East Carolina as that goal. I'm going to check the number here, folks. It'll be Will Ridings there on that one.
Yeah, Brett, right there. We just talked about how the ECU was just moving the puck around. They weren't trying to get too aggressive, just moving the puck around, looking what the Gamecock defense was giving them, and they scored another goal. And big for the Gamecocks right now to keep holding on, as they will still have the power play 5-on-4 for about 48 seconds.
And the Gamecocks with it offensively here now. They'll try to keep it there. Taylor and Ridings, 2 goal scorers here for East Carolina as they lead the Gamecocks 2-0. Hard check into the boards there. Now skates off to the neutral zone. Grayson Curry going to get there first for South Carolina. Bounced it off the skate of a Pirate. And teams will take a moment here.
Yeah, Brett, I think South Carolina is a good time for them to catch their breath, calm down. I mean, this game is definitely not over. We've seen the Gamecock offense go off for several goals in the span of a few minutes, and still halfway to go in the first period. So definitely still anybody's game right here, even though they're down 2-0.
East Carolina will send it into the offensive zone. It'll be cleared immediately back out by Blake Drummond. Sent down behind the boards. Over there to one Pirate. And now they'll bring it on out. Off towards center. Gamecocks will take it away here shortly. Jeffrey Kostrebski sends it on up. And taken here by Sean Davis. Davis in the long Jim Hatton, quick shot, and he scores! Hatton far post, top shelf. I think that hit the crossbar, came down and in, as I heard the click from here. But South Carolina on the board tonight and in this season.
Yeah, great job right there, just going up to the high post, hits the crossbar. There's really nothing the goalie can do at that time with a great shot right there. Great job by South Carolina responding. Not only that, but also still being down a man. So short-handed goal for USC is definitely great for USC.
James Hatton once again credited with that goal to start things off for South Carolina. And for sure, Robert, they're short-handed situation, especially when you go 3-on-5 defensively, end up not killing that first penalty and then coming back on the second time and ended up getting the shorthanded. It's got to boost morale, I would say, if I'm the Gamecocks.
Definitely does, Brett. You know, it almost reminds you of Eric Patterson when he got a couple of those goals shorthanded. So that'll be something big for the Gamecocks. You know, scoring quickly on being shorthanded is great for them.
This one going to scoot back to the neutral zone. Despite overall, it's kind of been a slow game thus far in terms of just the pace of the skating, I would say. We've seen a lot more open ice play from different teams. As this one bounces in front, Lombardi couldn't quite corral that either. The Gamecocks come out, but still, we might have an offensive duel here tonight. Hustling forward, now there's the speed. Mike Borst coming with it. He's got a 2-on-1. Can he feed his teammate? No. Blocked up in front. Very nice defense by the Pirates, getting down on one knee, knocking it out of the way. And they'll send it along to the far boards. Should be able to get out, and they might have numbers. They will not, however. 3-on-3 they come. Pirates quick shot from the blue line. Lombardi punched it all the way back out, almost to center ice, trying to get an odd man rush the other way. Instead, it's 2-on-2. Gamecocks sending on back. Sean Davis hustling in. Davis almost with a free net. Quick shot. One-timer comes from Tengi No. It's blocked by a defender, and the whistle blows.
Yeah, Brett. Play was stopped. Goalkeeper lost his helmet there, but you know, that goal for South Carolina seems to have brought them back to life. This offense out there. You see the fast skating by the Gamecocks and pressure instantly on the goal. So definitely looking really good right now for the Gamecocks, and hopefully they'll be able to tie it up in the next few seconds.
This face-off will come to the right side of TJ Helmer Hall. 9:07 to go here in the first period. 2-1 East Carolina. And coming on down here, East Carolina into the near boards. They'll bring it on up. It bounces around here shortly. And now bounced on along Duncan Hickman. Up to the blue line. Bouncing on across now toward the South Carolina bench. East Carolina will dump it in, but the Gamecocks quickly there to grab it and come back out. They checked there, and now sent on across, taken here by Blake Drummond. And sent up, now got through, and that's going to be an offside call. Not stop play for it, he just knew it. And Parker Sutton will come back. Into the neutral zone they go. Over toward the penalty box. East Carolina. Crafty puck placement there, but the Gamecocks will take it back. Now along into the far corner, Blake Drummond leaves it on up for Ergo. And Devin Ergo will send it up to Duncan Hickman as he crosses the blue line. Check that, Hickman at the point. And that one sent it across to Ergo. and eventually lost. That was Sutton who had it a moment ago. Matt Taylor with it here. Taylor parallel with the goal crease, now works his way behind. Trying to come on out, feeds a man in front. One-timer didn't go. Didn't get a full swing on it. Josh Height might have been cherry picking for a goal right there. Good offensive placement by East Carolina. And that puck they lose is then on down. Helmer Hall will come way out of the crease, get it and pump it forward. The Gamecocks will change lines. 7.5 to go here in the first period. And this one sent on down far corner once again. This one sent back up at the point. Coming on down, Grayson Curry. Quick shot, no. And Helmer Hall will eventually go and hold it. And at the near post, as there's some more extracurricular activity going on. And we are going to go ahead and take you down to the third member of our broadcast team, live inside the box, inside the glass, as they say. It's Claudia Chikamian. Let us know how things are going with these teams and the quick changes of momentum in this game. Claudia. Thanks so much, Claudia. Pirates are going to win this face-off and send off to the side into the far corner. Now hustling forward, Ian Schneider. Schneider sent on up, tried to get to Kyle Ware. Instead, it's intercepted by East Carolina. Coming forward with it here. And now lost at center ice, taken by Ian Schneider. Schneider hustling forward. Schneider with a lot of speed here. As that first line now on the ice, Martone, Schneider, and Tengy. And sent back up to Schneider once again. He feeds Nard Slicko, gives it to Kyle Ware, winds and fires. It's blocked to the left side by TJ Helmer Hall. Now taken up, Gamecocks trying to get up in the front. Schneider almost got a stick on the puck. He did not, however, and the Pirates will be able to send it to center. Dumped back for a moment by Nard Slicko. Martone sent it off the skate of his teammate Schneider. 6.5 to play here in the first period. Now the Gamecocks will enter again. A little gentle flick of the stick by Tengy to dump in. But South Carolina instead will change lines. East Carolina, quick back pass, Pirates. Slick work there to get the puck over into their offensive zone and come forward. Little pass behind the net. It's picked up and sent forward here. Gamecocks going back after it behind. Taken here by Nard Slicko. Sends it on down. This is Borst. And Borst comes forward off the skate of Jeffrey Kostrebski. Kostrebski running into a little bit of trouble here. A couple of Pirates getting in there. Now they'll plunk it on forward towards center. And taken back by South Carolina for a moment, then East Carolina, then South Carolina once again. Drummond sends it down. Helmer Hall will come out. But he'll have to just give it to a teammate right there rather than go the other way because Mike Borst was coming. Now it's one for a moment by South Carolina. Quick shot in and went wide to the right off the stick of Drummond. East Carolina trying to go 1-on-3. That did not quite work. And a whistle will blow as it looks like the Pirates are offside.
Yeah, Brett, some good back and forth hockey here by both teams. Saw Kyle Ware with that big slap shot there. Almost got through, but great job by both teams sort of playing some good, clean hockey, some nice back and forth hockey here. And now it's looking like it's going to be a really good game.
Face-off one here in the neutral zone by East Carolina. 5:21 to go here in the first. Now along the back wall, now coming back up all the way to center. Almost hit the referee, but got through. East Carolina will chase it down. Josh Height. Josh Haight, excuse me. And Haight will be here behind Helmer Hall once more. Pirates bring it up into the neutral zone. Sent on down, taken by Duncan Hickman, back towards center. It's won for a moment by Kevin Catrone, and then lost. East Carolina working its way back up from the crease. Is taken here once again by Catrone, dumped in. Going after it here, Cranus. Fast skates. He's got Blake Drummond waiting for him at the point. Cranus rotating around here. Now it goes up to the top. Drummond, quick shot. Helmer Hall, the puck is loose in front. Gamecocks win it right back. Sent on down, quick shot, turnaround, Catrone again, no. And it's sent wide. Hatton after it here. Hatton the goal scorer for the Gamecocks. Now the Pirates will win it and eventually get it out to center. Weak pass there, taken back by Cranus, then taken right back by East Carolina. bouncing off a number of sticks before it's finally won by the Pirates and dumped in. Right to Bobby Lombardi, who works his right pad and pops it out to the right side, as we now have just under 4 minutes to play here in the first period. Here's James Hatton sliding across center, going off to the left. On a cross, he's got a man waiting for him. Pass tried to get through it, did not. And now sent on back toward the East Carolina bench, and the Pirates will win it. Aaron Beaver was waiting there for Hatton, but again, the pass didn't get through. Here comes a forecheck here for the Pirates. And slowly drifting in. Now East Carolina will win it on the far side, taken here for a moment. And eventually hustling down. Pirates will take it back at center. And we'll leave it on right to Lombardi, who leaps out to the left side, gloves it, and brings it down.
Yeah, Brett, great play. But one of the things I'm noticing here between both these teams is almost like a different type of play style. ECU seems to be more of a power, hard-hitting team, and USC seems to be more the fast-paced, sort of finesse type of team. So this is definitely going to be interesting to see this clash of two different playing styles here and see which one's going to win out.
Yeah, and like you say too, if ECU's defensive, they're also playing kind of methodical. They're just kind of going up and down the ice, just trying to set up their offense nice and slow and just set the people in the right spot. And then they're quick to get the puck there, and that's how they got the first goal, and or at least the second goal rather, and have came close to a number of others as well. Speaking of that, as the puck goes just outside the crease, and the Gamecocks will win it and come on out. Mike Borst sent on along for a moment, now back towards center. It's taken by Kyle Ware. Ware drifts in, now has to come right back out. 3 minutes to go here in the period. Ware coming forward across the Kyle Ware drifts between one guy, comes in short on Helmer Hall, who protects the near post and will grab it. Good save from the Pirates goaltender.
Yeah, very dangerous right there. Kyle Ware is known for a defenseman, but has some great stick handling. Reminds me almost like Brett Burns and PK Subban, just that nice stick work. He can still juke you out, but also play great defense, get some pucks on net. So great job there by Kyle Ware, putting some pressure on net. But also speaking to your point before, Brett, it seems methodical and everything by ECU, but it doesn't have to be pretty if the puck goes in the net and it still counts as a goal.
Absolutely.
So there's no style points in hockey. Goal's a goal.
No, that's for sure. I know some guys probably care about style on some level, but hockey's not the sport you think about style with, that's for sure. Unless you get the kind of, Alex Ovechkin highlight type real goals when you're kind of falling backward and shooting. Speaking of that, my goodness, what a check. That's a legal check, and that got the fans up here at the Plex. Coming on down. Boy, the volume increase after that one. I felt that all the way up here.
Yeah,
and now some further jarring at the boards here. I think some verbal, and it looks like South Carolina is going to be on the penalty kill once again as Helmer Hall was headed quickly to the bench.
And Brett, two big hits by Kyle Ware, and you said the fans got into it. I guarantee you the Gamecocks bench is really hyped right now as well, seeing those two big hits. That definitely, as a hockey team, gets you going as well. So interesting to see how they're doing this power play. Hopefully they won't get too aggressive now, because as well as aggressive play and power play can get you in trouble sometimes and lead to little goals behind you that you didn't see because you were too aggressive trying to get the hits.
So once again, East Carolina on the power play. They are 1 for 3 tonight. As first time they were unsuccessful, second time they popped one in, third time allowing a shorthanded goal for South Carolina. East Carolina will come forward here on through center. Pirates hustling forward. The pass went a little bit further ahead than I think they were expecting. 1:38 to go here in the power play. 2:06, 2:05, 2:04 now in period number 1. Sent on down now toward the near corner. Picked up for a moment by Blake Drummond. He'll come forward. Kyle Puzar traps it at the point here for the Pirates. Puzar drifts in, fakes the wrister, now sends it on across Eric Evans, and quickly turned away by the high right elbow of Bobby Lombardi. Pirates drifting in once again, now sent back up top. Puzar corrals, drifts in, drifts back out. Now hustles forward. Will he give the shot from the point? No, he feeds it on across to his teammate. Quick give and go, quick shot back across. Tic-tac-toe here for the Pirates, and eventually cleared out by South Carolina right to Helmer Hall's stick. Fans like that one. 57 seconds to go here in the power play here for the Pirates, and now dumped on in by Pat Patterson. Sent on around into the far corner. A little jammage going on between the two players, but the puck wasn't there. East Carolina wins it. Bobby Lombardi blocked it off his pad, almost left it in front, and instead we'll get that left glove forward. And in the preseason, we were seeing Bailey Spraggins having a little bit of trouble controlling the rebounds, and it seems like Lombardi's having a little bit of the same issues thus far tonight.
They have a little bit of issues, but ECU, I just want to give them some credit. Their power play is looking very dangerous, just moving the Gamecock defense back and forth until they get a shot. They're not forcing anything. They're waiting until they get a shot that they want going on their terms. And Lombardi right now is just having to fight it off as much as he can because they're putting a lot of pressure on that Gamecock net.
Yeah, it's all about the putting the people in the right place. Puzar, good block up in front by Schneider, got his stick on it, sent forward. And eventually the Pirates will get it back in their defensive zone. Check that Hickman with the good stick work there. And one Pirate will go down the middle of the ice and they will have to retreat.
Yeah, and Brett, especially on the power play, you want to have that stick down the ice as those defensemen. That's definitely what we saw there from the Gamecocks. When they're peppering your goalkeeper, you want to at least try to help the goalkeeper out a little bit by saving a couple of shots from getting to him.
Last rush of the man advantage here with 8 to go. Pirates coming in. See where they place their players. 34 seconds go. Puzar, quick shot, blocked up in front. Off the stick of one Gamecock. Coming forward, Sutton almost wins it. He does not. Gamecocks quick change. Pirates might catch him. Hustling forward here. Sent on up. And now Kyle Ware out of the box. It's 5-on-5 for 20 more seconds till the break. Pirates trying to threaten one more time. Shot comes in. Lombardi sends it out wide to the right. 13 seconds to go here in the period. Gamecocks out towards center for a moment, then sent on along. Pirates will win it right back. Here comes Matt Taylor. Taylor taken away by Blake Drummond. Sutton will send it across the ice, and that should bring the first period to its end. East Carolina takes an early 2-0 lead. The Gamecocks get one back on a shorthanded goal. It is Pirates 2 and Gamecocks 1 as we go to our first intermission. When we come back, we will have your intermission report, let you know how we got here and where we think we're going to go in the second period, if we may be so bold as to make that prediction. Again, East Carolina 2, South Carolina 1. We'll be back right after this with the first intermission report here on the Capital City Sports Network.
so fresh and clean, smells like trouble to me.
Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours.
The night was warm. We need someone to lean on. I guess all we need is somebody to lean on. I guess we need someone to lean on. I guess all we need is somebody to lean on.
Dog kick time!
Welcome back to the Plex, everybody. We'll be back with your intermission report right after this, but first wanted to acknowledge, as the Zamboni is making the ice nice and sparkling, if you will, for the second period, I want to thank Sparkling Ice for their sponsorship of Gamecock hockey. First created in the Pacific Northwest in the early 1990s, Sparkling Ice makes a portfolio of refreshingly bold sparkling waters, teas, and lemonades, bursting with real fruit flavor and just the right amount of fizz. Sparkling Ice delivers 19 irresistible fruit combinations without all the calories. They are available in a variety of flavors. Sparkling Ice waters include black raspberry, orange mango, pink grapefruit, kiwi, strawberry, coconut, pineapple, pomegranate, blueberry, peach nectarine, lemon lime, crisp apple, cherry limeade, strawberry watermelon, and our new flavor, black cherry, and a whole lot more where that came from. Sparkling Ice, flavor up, a proud sponsor of Gamecock hockey. When we come back, the intermission report, once again to tell you what we saw in the first period and where we think we're going from here. We'll be back right after this. You're watching South Carolina hockey on the Capital City Sports Network.
This is Coffee on the Horseshoe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gamecocks at the Movies.
Hi, this is Gossip on Talk the Town.
Round 4, Hammered with Questions, Christmas edition.
Hey guys! Welcome to the first segment of Pretty Cocky.
And this is USC.
And in honor of Hotline Bling, I wore a turtleneck.
This is my first sip of alcohol.
Who is your favorite person besides SpongeBob? Who's your favorite person in the world?
I think it would be ASAP Ferg.
Whoa!
And this country was founded on Mary Jane. Our founder, George Washington Carver.
Be a little gay. Life's better when you're a little gay.
No.
Alright.
Oh, thank you so much. It's cold tonight. It's finally getting cold. I appreciate that. It's barely Christmas. It's December 3rd. We're 22 days away from Christmas. I feel violated.
And you know what Donald Trump won't let me do? Do you know what life he won't let me live?
The vape life.
What the? Oh my God. He got on those. Granddaddy, can I please go bowling shoes?
So I turned to my chair, and right when I looked at my leg, I farted. It was like loud. The entire class heard it. It was stand there, hold your ground, no, own that fart.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at the Plex, everybody. Brett Williams and Robert McCackron here with you for the first intermission report presented to you by 107.5 The Game. It is 2-1 East Carolina leading South Carolina as we go into the second 20 minutes of play. And it was ECU's power play that really showed its dominance overall in that first period. They got one of their goals off the power play and really set up a lot of guys in position to score even more on South Carolina, even though they only have the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, Brett, that power play is looking really dangerous. They're just out there moving the puck around. They're not forcing anything, just out there getting their shots, what they want, just kind of dictating the whole power play. And Gamecocks really have to be very disciplined because you don't want to face that power play anymore, as dangerous and deadly as it's looking.
Very true. James Hatton, the goal scorer for South Carolina, on the fast break. Really nice top shelf, cross the net goal. TJ Helmer Hall has been very secure in net thus far for the Pirates. What will it take for the Gamecocks to manufacture more scoring opportunities like Hatton's in order to try to beat them?
Just a lot more aggressive play. I mean, they look really good out there on the shorthanded goal, no less. That's great for them. And just definitely just their speed. They're going to take advantage of that. We've seen all their forwards. And Kyle Ware, I believe, is definitely going to get involved offensively as well.
Gamecocks down 2-1 to East Carolina as we go to the second period. We'll be back with that right after this on the Capital City Sports Network.
That's a car. Yes!
Welcome back to Plex Ice, everybody. Brett Williams, Robert McCackron here with you. We begin the second period between South Carolina and East Carolina. The Pirates leading the Gamecocks 2-1. Apologize, folks, for the lack of audio on our sideline report earlier. We're working to fix that. We appreciate Claudia being down there and letting us know what she sees and hears. And hopefully you'll be able to hear that before too long. In any case, East Carolina coming on out. They will win this face-off. Pirates once again in black, going left to right now in this second period. Gamecocks working right to left in the whites. And now a couple big checks here in the neutral zone and toward the blue line. East Carolina will win it here. Come on out, send it on along. Bobby Lombardi blocks it away. Hatton comes forward with it here. Sun on back towards center, now lost for a moment. Popped it on up across the blue line, quick shot. It goes high, glove down by one Gamecock, now coming on up toward neutral ice. Bouncing off a few players, now coming along with it here is Kevin Catrone for South Carolina. Catrone sends it on down off the back wall, taken here by Chris Lockard for the Pirates. Now comes back up toward the pop. Quick one-timer by Nard Slicko, just missed off the post. One along by the Pirates, now back up towards center. Hustling forward here. And the Pirates going to work their way almost out. Now this one's sent down. And eventually Helmer Hall will corral as coming forward and applying the stick to the ice with that big click. Alex Cranus, I don't know if that was an intimidation tactic, but it's an interesting way to go about it.
Well, Brett, a lot of times defenders and players will, tap their sticks on the ice and pass. And maybe he's trying to, do almost that little A-Rod type of thing where just the opposing team just taps the puck on the ice to see if it actually passes to you and get a lucky goal.
Yeah, maybe. Got to do what you got to do, as you were saying earlier in this broadcast. Face off to the left side of TJ Helmer Hall is won by South Carolina. Borst almost had it. If he did, he would have had a wide open Jeffrey Kostrebski, who was just waiting on the far post. Kostrebski lays out a Pirate, and that got the fans up right along the glass. They're enjoying it right there. And now coming on up, this is Kostrebski once again, all tangled up with a couple of Pirates. Who wins this puck? It's still being battled for. Good battle ensuing. South Carolina will send it down. East Carolina, however, will win it. And eventually a whistle blows.
I believe, Brett, there's a penalty coming up for the Gamecocks, so definitely trying to build off this momentum they started out early in the game. And hopefully they can score a goal. And again, it'll be interesting to see the lineup they bring out, if they're going to bring out two defensemen or they're going to bring another forward in. I believe they're going to use Cranus against. This looks like their top power play line where Cranus is going to be the quote extra defender. So definitely dangerous, and with Kyle Ware in there. So this is definitely a very attack-minded power play team for Gamecocks.
Andrew Keelan is a penalized Pirate, and it is now South Carolina's second time on the power play. Gamecocks 0 for 1 tonight. Decent number of fans here. A lot of parents in town. It is Parents Weekend, and we're looking forward to, as this one, seeing Schneider, a quick shot swallowed by Helmer Hall. We're looking forward to speaking with Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, Aaron Beaver's parents. We'll have that for you during the second intermission. Again, Parents Weekend here at USC, so a lot of parents in town to support their guys. And so they're filling up the bleachers, and the students, as usual, are back behind the goaltender, making their presence known. Though it's going to be interesting to see for the Gamecocks how many fans they would get, given the departure of Brett Topolsky last year, who had his own posse of fans he would bring out to every game. They graduated along with them, as most of them at least. But the fan turnaround wasn't too bad either. Gamecocks will bring it on out here, now setting up the offense. Minute 30 to go here in the power play. Jacob Tengy drifts on across and goes off into the far boards. Misses on the pass to Schneider. Now Alec Martone going after it. Kyle Ware waiting at the point. And now this one's sent off. Martone tried to keep it in. That might be a big mistake coming on over now. Pat Patterson hustling down. Martone got his body back. Quick shot in, but Lombardi with a full 360 turn to protect the near post. Good recovery by South Carolina. East Carolina had a good chance coming, and there might be a penalty here that will nullify this power play.
Yeah, and Brett, number 10, Cranus, the freshman, he's a forward, but get out there in defense and slide across the ice, was able to save that pass going in. It could have been a wide open net for ECU, so saving a goal there. Great job by the forward, playing out there as a defender role.
So Cranus to the box. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for another minute 6 and 54 seconds of a Pirates power play. Face-off coming to the right side here of Lombardi, as won for a moment by South Carolina. Let's see if they can keep it. And they will for a moment, though. That was a dangerous back pass. Ended up going right to the post. Lombardi had to pop it out. And icing called here.
And Brett, it's unfortunate for the Gamecocks. Obviously, you lose the man advantage, but they were looking very dangerous in their power play attack as well, trying not to be outdone by ECU, and they were getting several shots on goal. So unfortunate for the Gamecocks, but I definitely feel like with their speed they have, they can still take advantage of this 4-on-4. It's interesting to see what happens here.
50 seconds left in this in the 4-on-4. As a face-off to the left side of Lombardi here. Won by the Pirates. Puzar with it. Sends it on across. Now taken here by CJ Shaw. Shaw sends it down, far corner. Parker Sutton on the pressure. That one almost out, but it will be able to be dumped in. South Carolina will win it, however. Send it on down. The Gamecocks rotating behind the net and bringing it on out. Pass on along, bounce off of one stick, and now back to Puzar. Puzar will feed a teammate. He's run off out of the way by Sean Davis. Completely takes Puzar out of the play, but here come the Pirates once again. This is Alex Bean providing some of the pressure. It's won by South Carolina, however, behind the net, and taken right back by East Carolina. Stevie Zawada getting his stick on net, and then sends it over toward Lombardi, who blocks it back out. Pass comes up toward the East Carolina bench, bounces off a couple of players. Head coach Zach Johnston calling for some. East Carolina popping Davis on the back of the head. Referee didn't take too kindly to that.
And Brett, I believe they're going to get called for too many men on the ice. That player touched the puck at the last second. Oh, no, never mind. I believe hooking by an ECU player. But so right as you get off the 4-on-4 and have a chance for man advantage, you go right back in the penalty box. Now the Gamecocks have a 4-on-4 and a chance at the power play.
Doesn't seem like you would completely call the style of these two teams play tonight undisciplined, but we have seen a lot of penalties called here just by this point early into the second period.
Yeah, but I believe these two teams just trying to be very physical. You've seen several hits in the ice by both teams. They're definitely trying to show that they're here to play, and sometimes you can get a little too aggressive, and that can cause the chippy and uncalled for penalties you don't need to take.
Duncan Hickman at the point, thought about the wrister. Quick shot is blocked away by the Pirate up man. And now hustling down back to go get it for South Carolina is Blake Drummond. He'll come out. 37 seconds left in a 4-on-4 here. So many penalties, I'm losing track of them.
Hope we don't have another one of those big ones we saw last time where there were just so many players in the penalty box, had them stacked up in there.
Oh, that was crazy. I'm trying to remember what game that was a year ago, but we've seen some crazy ones like that.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We almost wanted to go down there and join them, as many people were going
I
down
know.
there.
You
Get
might
some nachos and just enjoy the game from down there.
Yeah, I forgot about that as a little party in the penalty box. Claudia has front row seats to that. I'm sure she enjoyed that. 22 seconds left in this 4-on-4. And this one back up towards center. Kyle Ware sending on across. Gamecocks will drop it in. East Carolina will take it right on back out. And this is coming forward with it now, Pat Patterson. Drops it up here for a moment, bounces off a couple of sticks. Hustling forward, Jacob Tengy, he wants the puck. Will he get it? Yes, he will. Doesn't have numbers, try to get it around a Pirate. He could not get it on the other side. Provides a little bit of a check. Jacob Tengy just trying to wreak all kinds of havoc offensively. He can do that, then misses on a huge check. Borst, misses on the big check. Tengy still wreaking the havoc. Now, Alec Martone going after it. Martone in toward the wall, battling a couple of Pirates. Everybody on the ice. Ian Schneider comes up. Schneider makes one-man miss, send it off toward the goal, and the pass was inaccurate. It goes back, and the Gamecocks will have to clear the zone. Coming forward with it here. Cranus passes it on up. Here's Martone. Tengy waiting on the far side. Martone wrapping around from behind. Send it on up. It was looking for Kyle Ware. Instead, he found a Pirate, and East Carolina will clear it out the other way. Now back towards center, quick change here. South Carolina might catch the Pirates. Here comes Ian Schneider. Schneider with a wide open Kyle Ware, makes a man miss and he scores! Kyle Ware, a quick feed from Schneider. Ware gets the crowd going with a little right, a little left, and buries it behind Helmer Hall. We have a tie hockey game.
Great awareness by Lombardi for the long pass. I believe he might actually get it credited with assist as well. But great awareness by the Gamecocks. ECU slow on the line change. You definitely don't want to have that any time in the game, but especially during the power play as well. Caught out, and I believe it was on a 4-on-1. There was really no chance ECU had to stopping that. And a great move by Kyle Ware, who is a defenseman but can come forward and be just as deadly coming forward almost as a forward as well.
I talk about the goalie inexperience for Bobby Lombardi, but that was a veteran move right there, sending it, as you said, watching for that line change and feeding the true veterans on this team as this one grabbed high by Helmer Hall. Very impressive move by Bobby Lombardi.
Yeah, Brett, almost a little, Marty Brodeur there with a great stick handling, so many assists, and actually I believe he scored a couple of goals in his career too as a goalie, so definitely out there with the stick handling. Great job by Lombardi.
If that's your idol, that would be a good one to have. Marty certainly one of the best to ever play. Time of that goal coming at 5:24. And we are all tied up here. Matt Taylor, Will Ridings, the goal scorers for the Pirates. For the Gamecocks, it's James Hatton and Captain Kyle Ware. This one taken by Kyle Puzar behind the net. Puzar, nice back pass there to his teammate. And the Pirates will be able to charge out, but not quite all the way out as Aaron Beaver got his stick on it, played it right back, but the Pirates will come out with it once again. Now sent back up towards center, lost for a moment. Here come the Gamecocks the other way. Here with it now is Sutton. Parker Sutton drifts down, sent up. Quick top, Hatton with a one-timer. It was a soft one, but it almost snuck through. Helmer Hall, good job on the right pad to kick it out. Sutton with it here, bounces it off the boards. Now coming back up top, this is Beaver. Beaver, quick shot, a little bit of dribbling up in front. Bounced off a couple of guys, didn't get through, however, and the Pirates will break out. Sent back down, right back to Beaver, and he's offside.
Great play by the Gamecocks right now. We talked about that speed there at the intermission report, and Gamecocks are definitely utilizing that right now, all over the Pirates defensively and offensively. So, we see the Pirates talking about they're a physical team. Let's see if they can handle the speed and able to match the Gamecocks. And I don't believe they will, but they're going to have to do something to make an adjustment because this speed is definitely killing them right now.
Kyle Puzar, captain of the Pirates, having a quick word with the referee. And now the Pirates will win this face-off and clear down. Bobby Lombardi will let this one go. Icing waved off, and the Gamecocks will send it back to center where East Carolina will get it back together. And the pass unable to get through, but the Pirates turn around. They'll provide some pressure here on the forecheck. Let's see what they're able to do with it. Big check there. East Carolina effective thus far. Now we'll try to get it out. They cannot. South Carolina will win it. Try to pop it out as well. Out of the zone, that is, and they will for a moment. ECU will have to retreat and clear. Major stick battle there going as Alex Bean was battling with the Gamecocks' Nick Pizzo. Sent back towards center. Taken here by Josh Haight. Haight feeds it along, but is taken instead by Grayson Curry for South Carolina. He turns around, comes the other way. One up at center by one Gamecock. That's Pizzo. And another referee hand up.
Coach for ECU definitely doesn't like the call, but I believe the Gamecocks will be going on another power play for high sticking. I believe you have to almost hit the Gamecock player in the head. So another huge opportunity for the Gamecocks, bringing out this forward line. Maybe Cranus won't be out there just because he just finished his shift.
Chris Lockard charged with that high stick. Gamecocks 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Face off to begin this power play will start on the left side of TJ Helmer Hall. And Pirates will send it on down. So a quick clear by the ECU penalty kill.
Yeah, Brett, in place of Cranus, they're going to bring in another forward, and Sutton, excuse me. So definitely just keeping up with the 4 forwards and 1 defender out there trying to keep up the pressure on ECU.
Here is Parker Sutton as he sends it off the high glass. Helmer Hall rotates around from one post to the next, and the Pirates will get a stick on it and clear out. 30 seconds gone, a quarter of the way in the power play. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. And a 2-2 hockey game between the Gamecocks and Pirates. Bouncing around at center, who wins it? The Gamecocks will. It's Alec Martone. Martone tries to feed Schneider. Helmer Hall with the rebound, almost lost. Kyle Ware drifts in. Ware, a quick shot goes well wide. Very fast on that wrister. And Martone will go back after it behind the net. Martone waiting for Jacob Tangy. Tangy trying to wrap quickly. Couldn't get around there before a Pirate blocked up in front. Now sends it up to the top. Kyle Ware winds and fires. It's blocked in front by another Pirate. And sent off to the side. The Gamecocks will try to get back. Sent on. Kyle Ware waiting for the one-timer. Shoots. And bounced off a few skates. We're going to have another penalty called here. The Gamecocks will touch up. It looks like the Pirates are going to send another one to the box. Check that. I guess the whistle came. It looked like it was going to be a delayed penalty, but instead it was actually just a penalty that was, the whistle blew as it got toward the point. So the penalty goes against South Carolina, and the power play evaporates just like that.
Yeah, bro, but boy, how dangerous is Kyle Ware's shot? I mean, my goodness, it's just so quick and so fast. Amazing how these goalkeepers are able to stop some of these shots. I mean, it's just incredible how fast that puck travels towards the net.
Face-off will come to the left side of Lombardi. And it's won by Nard Slicko here. Taken for a moment, drift on in, dangerous shot there as it just snuck through, but Lombardi was able to grab it.
Yeah, Brett, one of the most dangerous plays, especially on the power play, those redirects. The goalie thinks it's going one way. It doesn't have to be a hard shot, and then another player can redirect it, and there's nothing the goalie can do, but that time Lombardi was on top of it and snuffed it out.
If you lose sight of the puck, bad things can happen. That's why you try to get those blockers in front, get a bounce, never know how it's going to happen. Taking the face-off for the Pirates and winning it, Eric Evans. Quick shot, blocked by an up man for South Carolina. Now the Gamecocks going to try to break out 2-on-2. Good feed for James Hatton. He's onside. Hatton hustling forward. Hatton tries to beat Helmer Hall. Helmer Hall says no. Right pad, blocked it off to the right side as he stones Hatton. Big time stop there. Gamecocks will try to win in the neutral zone. Lost by Cranus for a moment. Now popped on up. Hatton has it and sends it on across. Gamecocks 2-on-2. Here they come. Quick shot from Tangy. It goes wide and high. 2 seconds, 1 second left in the 4-on-4. Now ECU on the power play for another 118. Good counter there from South Carolina. Better stop from Helmer Hall. Lombardi out of the crease, sends it on along to the far side. James Hatton up off the high glass. Big bounce here. Mike Borst going after it. Borst settles it down, feeds Cranus, and it will eventually be stolen by East Carolina. Coming the other way, this is C.J. Shaw. Shaw passes it on, 3-on-2 here, a 5-on-4 power play overall. East Carolina back at the point, looks across, quick shot in. Lombardi bounces it off of his pad into his stick and back into his glove.
And Brett, someone I've been really impressed with is Cranus. His freshman, his very first game, you see just as you're announcing just so many times, you keep bringing his name up, just great plays, but he may be the smallest player on the ice, but he's definitely playing a lot bigger than he really is.
Got a lot of speed, bringing the intensity. It reminds me a lot of Alec Martone as a freshman a year ago.
And if you're the Gamecocks, you have to be excited that a freshman in his very first game is making this much of an impact already early on.
Kyle Ware wins the face-off and bounces off of one Pirate. Now a very slow-paced battle on the boards. Pass comes across. Pirates were looking for Evans. Couldn't get there. Waiting up at the point here is Pat Patterson. He won't get it either. The Gamecocks get it behind the net and come on out. Hustling forward here. Quick shot goes wide of TJ Helmer Hall. Hustling in is Pizzo. And now Pirates will go to center. Bounces off a couple of guys. Coming back now, South Carolina. Kyle Ware. Won again by the Pirates off the bounce. Taken by Patterson. Pat Patterson all the way across. Nice pass here. Feeding on behind. Looking for Will Ridings. Couldn't get it to him. Hustling forward. Pizzo blocked off the skate of Kyle Puzar. And going on down. Big check. Alec Martone slammed his head in the wall. Kyle Ware hustling forward. Ware on Helmer Hall. Helmer Hall once again gets his left shoulder out and says no to Kyle Ware. So Helmer Hall, a couple of big stops from point blank range.
Yeah, Helmer Hall said, "You may have got me once, Kyle Ware, but I got you this time." So definitely an interesting battle between those two going on. Surprisingly, a defender and a goalie going back and forth at it.
Sometimes the nature of the players right here. If you have a big two-way defenseman, you mentioned, the likes of Brent Burns and Subban. Mike Green, some of those other ones out there. Kyle Ware fits that mold. Creates havoc for the goalie and for the offense. Up to the point. The Gamecocks. Quick shot by Schneider. Don't think Helmer Hall saw that. Puzar was blocking it in front. Puzar got it away as another whistle comes.
We got another penalty coming up. So lots of penalties coming up this way. The team's getting a little more chippy and a little more aggressive, and that's causing a lot of mistakes for both teams.
Jacob Cheney going to be charged with that. Leveled a hard hit on Matt Taylor. Ended up on his knees without a mask.
Yeah, but one of those hard things where, your teammate gets hit, so you want to come in there and, help him out and stick up for him. But sometimes those plays are not the right call to make, and it costs them. Well, actually, I believe two players.
It isn't going to be
VCU
coincidental
well,
minors. So Taylor heading to the box as well. And we'll have another 4-on-4. Correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but I believe that's the third 4-on-4 situation we've seen this evening.
At least a third. And it seems sometimes we're playing more 4-on-4 and 5-on-4 in power play hockey than they actually are just straight up 5-on-5. So definitely good for the fans and us as well to see more open ice hockey and hopefully more opportunities on net for both teams.
East Carolina wins this faceoff in its defensive zone. 8:20 to go here in period number 2. Pirates 2, Gamecocks 2. Shot comes into Lombardi. Kind of a forecheck dump, but Lombardi pops it out to the right side. Pirates will keep it in. And this one's sent on down. Chris Locker dumps it in. One here for a moment by Kevin Catrone. And the Pirates with a redirect. Shot goes well wide. Gamecocks on the side will send it off back towards center. All the way down. It will get wide just enough to avoid the crease. Gamecocks cannot keep it in. The Pirates might have numbers going the other way. 2-on-2 instead of a 3-on-2 develops. Quick shot. Lombardi deflects it right to Grayson Curry. That shot came from Stevie Zawada. Now the Gamecocks control it across center, going 3-on-3 the other way. That open ice hockey we were talking about. Quick pass in front. Didn't go to where he thought it was going to. Zawada will take it. Now one back at center. Really nice stick work there by Jeffrey Kostrebski. Takes in an open ice, feeds it down. Sean Davis. Davis coming up, feeds Kostrebski. Kostrebski a quick shot, and it goes wide to the right of the net. Coming up top, Nardslicko. Nick Nardslicko feeds it on a cross. Quick shot, no. Duncan Hickman releases there. Now Nardslicko tries to turn around, and instead it ends up in the boards. Going after it, Parker Sutton. Sutton trying to wrap. He'll come back out instead, go across to the other side. Hickman winds and shoots. And right to the gut of TJ Helmer Hall once more as he covers.
Yeah, bro, we're seeing the speed right now just definitely eating up space out here, and the Pirates are having trouble coping with it. So definitely going to be the adjustment made, or maybe it just can't cope with it. We saw in the Stanley Cup with the Penguins and the Sharks, just that speed of the Penguins, the Sharks, there's just really nothing they could do, unfortunately, for them. So definitely have to see if the Pirates can cope. We're just going to have to battle as much as they can, try to keep up with it.
And Nardslicko, a slow bouncer, goes just behind the goaltender. And now the Pirates will come on out here. 19 seconds left in a 4-on-4. And Nardslicko will win it in the defensive zone for South Carolina. Play it on across. Gamecocks, a nice 4-square move. That one was kicked ahead by Sutton, but right to a Pirate, Brian Mora. Now sent on it. Here comes Parker Sutton. And back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sutton was looking for Kostrebski, couldn't get it there. Blocked aside by a Pirate defenseman. Another penalty going to be called here. I think that's going against the Gamecocks. No, that should be going against the Pirates here as Bobby Lombardi was coming well out of his net trying to get to the bench and get an attacker on.
Actually, I believe they misread it. That could have been a good thing that USC touched it, because that could have been a wide open net, because it looks like it was against USC. So I guess thank goodness they saw it in time and tucked with it, or could have been a wide open net for the ECU
That
Pirates.
would have been a huge mistake. Lombardi was all the way at center. And it appeared just by the nature of the play there that was certainly against South Carolina, but Lombardi all the way almost to the bench at that point. Yeah, you're right, Robert. That could have been a bad situation very quickly. Interference, the call against the Gamecocks. And now the Pirates drifted on forward. Quick shot, Lombardi blocked in front. Puck still loose. And the Gamecocks will get it out to center. Kyle Puzar controlling. He'll retreat back. Another power play here as the penalties continue to increase in number here as Jacob Tengy will clear it out. Bounce on down the boards. Taken here by Puzar. Less than 90 seconds to go now in that power play. 5:41 in the period. Puzar sends it on along. Taken here by Eric Evans. Evans down in the corner. It's taken here once again by Blake Drummond in the Gamecocks. Drummond, a name we have not seen a lot offensively, though we expected to.
And Brett, looks like a little bit of a change for the Gamecocks. You know, maybe Sir Watt talked to them at halftime. It seems to be pressuring the puck handlers much more and not allowing the ECU just that easily back and forth passing. So great adjustment on the Gamecocks. Seem to be a once deadly ECU power play seems to be shut down just a little bit right now with the pressure from the Gamecocks.
And a miscue there on that power play indeed with the icing call. So this face-off going to come in front of TJ Helmer Hall. .5:15 to go here in the period. And again, we'll have the intermission report and an interview with the Beavers at the end of this second frame of the game. That's sent on across. And the forecheck begins for the Pirates. Instead, James Hatton will win it right back for South Carolina, send it all the way back down as Helmer Hall has to play it to Puzar. Now Puzar all over the ice tonight, offensively, defensively, being the leader that Coach Zach Johnson expected him to be this year. And now hustling forward, very quick, Nick Giovanantonio up to the point and sent on down behind the net. Holt Cody, going after it. And another whistle in the boards here.
And Brett, great pressure by USC, just not allowing ECU any chance. I believe they only got one shot on net, but that was right to Lombardi and didn't really threaten. So USC looking really good. Pirates still trying to pressure some, but those passing lanes they once had in the first period, just not there anymore for them.
Let's see if they do something with it here. Pirates win the face-off, try to dump in. It goes right to the glove of Bobby Lombardi. Another 9 seconds on the man advantage for the Pirates.
Brett, minus a couple of slip-ups. Lombardi has actually looked pretty good. The power play goal, there's really nothing he could do about that one. The other one could have gone so-so, but right now, so far, he's looked like he's looking pretty solid compared to these other two from the first period.
Seems like it just took a little while for Lombardi and really the rest of the Gamecocks to settle into this game, and once they have, it's been very evenly matched, very good hockey, despite a lot of penalties that we've seen tonight. And will another high stick be called here, or the puck played with a high stick?
Blues puck played with the high stick, so I guess no penalty this time. Surprisingly,
yeah,
seen a lot already.
So the face-off will come in front of Helmer Hall once more. Back to full strength here, so as you've been saying, the Gamecocks on the penalty kill have been getting better tonight, and they kill off another one for ECU.
Brent, back to Lombardi. I think it was just this is his first game being a freshman. He just need to get his skates under him, just get a couple of stops, and I'm sure there's a little nerves, so that could have caused a couple of those goals. Right now, he seems to be back in where he needs to be, so probably just nervous, being your first game freshman playing the game.
13 combined penalties tonight. And this is going to go down to the wall, near side corner. Another whistle here.
I believe is that another penalty?
That's going to be penalty number 14, and a hook call going to go against South Carolina. Hooking charge to Jeffrey Kostrebski, who kind of reared his head back in frustration, either at the call or at himself. I'm not sure which. But either way, it'll be back to the penalty kill for South Carolina. They've become very familiar with that here tonight.
Yeah, and Brett, let's see if there's a chess match going on between these coaches. We've seen Sirwa make adjustments on his power play defensively, so let's see if ECU coach and ECU tries to make maybe a little bit of adjustment to try to get this power play back going the way it was in the first period.
Zach Johnston certainly knows the ropes with the Pirates hockey team. He was a player there himself, served as team president at one point, and now their coach. Of course, head coach Alan Sirwan, his second year for South Carolina. And Gamecocks will win this one. Come on out. Back on to center. Bouncing across. Now the Gamecocks take it right back. Might have a shorthanded opportunity going 2-on-1. Ian Schneider waiting for it. Gets the puck across. Played on right back. A tip in. They score! The second shorthanded goal of the night for South Carolina. Who else? Kyle Ware running the break with Ian Schneider. A little tap, tap, tap. And it's 3-2 Gamecocks.
Yeah, quick little practice thing going on there. Just passing it back and forth quite easily. And ECU just playing a little lackadaisical, just almost like they expected the Gamecocks to do the same thing they did in the first period, just letting them pass back and forth, and they just let an errant pass go through. Caught napping there, and Kyle Ware caught them out on the break, and great 1-2, and a little easy tap in for South Carolina now to retake the lead in 2 shorthanded goals. So maybe they need to keep getting penalties to get these shorthanded goals.
Yeah, evidently. Not the conventional way of doing it, but as we've said, you do what you need to do, as that time of the goal comes at 16:47. In period number 2, Kyle Ware's second tally of the night. Along with one from James Hatton. 3-2, South Carolina, their first lead of the night. Bouncing on around here, now down to the far corner. One Pirate hits the deck.
Another penalty coming up here, Brett, so Gamecocks will be about to be going down 5-on-3.
Another 58 seconds remaining on this original power play. Of course, Kostrebski not going to be released after his team scored a goal. And now Zach Johnston really calling for Helmer Hall to come out, and he did not in a timely fashion, and now the delayed penalty will be called, so a 5-on-3 for East Carolina, no rest for the weary for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Brett, just some sloppy play here by the Gamecocks getting beat, and another penalty, another 5-on-3. I think this is their second 5-on-3 of the night, so I guess we'll get to see how good this Gamecock special teams is early on with their second 5-on-3 penalty here. Still plenty of time to go in the game for maybe potentially more.
Last time we saw the 5-on-3 tonight, it was Gamecocks allowing an East Carolina goal in the first penalty, and then after one expired, then they scored a shorthanded goal down 5-4. Puzar feeds it on along to his teammate, wide open across the net, where the pass didn't get through. Lombardi will swallow on the near post and hang on.
Right, good job by the Gamecocks being disciplined there. And, you know, they may have ran into the goalie, but this time being down 5-on-3, it's crucial as you keep your discipline. Maybe you'll let a little more things slide just because you don't want to get another penalty and cause more trouble for your team.
And this faceoff will be won by the Pirates. Coming on up with it here is Patterson. Sends it on across now all the way down. Pass was looking for Ridings but didn't get it there. And now it goes all the way back down. Good clear for South Carolina. 23 seconds left in the 5-on-3 in favor of the Pirates. Big check in the boards there provided by Martone. You know he's got that power. Coming up forward, Patterson, glove down, and Martone wins it right back in the neutral zone. Gets up, still fighting for it. Alec Martone doing a little bit of everything right now. Now on a cross taken by Puzar. Puzar comes on up, on down. Alex Bean. Bean coming on around. Nard Slicko going after it for South Carolina. 1:08 now on the 5-on-4 as the first penalty has expired on Kostrebski. Gamecocks turn around and clear. Helmer Hall comes out of the crease, wins it, tries to put it back in play very quickly. 1 minute in the man advantage, 1:34 in the period. Bounced off the stick of Matt Taylor, goes to Ridings, and then all the way back to Puzar. Up toward the blue line, the South Carolina bench. The Pirates retreat once more. Puzar again sends it on up, and it's taken here by Eric Evans. And Evans will send it on down behind the net. DiGiovanni Antonio blocked aside by Sean Davis. Big check once again provided by the Gamecocks. No whistle there. That was clean. And now the Gamecocks coming forward. Jacob Tengy hustling forward. Tengy tried for a shorthanded, and Helmer Hall blocked it with his right skate behind his left leg and put it up into the net. Sometimes you do what you need to do on a save as well.
Yeah, great job by the Gamecocks there, getting that offensive attack. But another job by the goalie there is making another save. But Kyle Ware is really taking over this game. I mean, he's out there getting big checks. He scored 2 goals. I mean, right now, this is a man on a mission. At the moment, he cannot be stopped.
Yeah, Kyle Ware really is having that X factor that Coach Alan Sirwa wanted for him this season, making him the captain. You can see him just going out there and just having the right mindset here tonight.
Yeah, well, bro, we talked about in the preseason and his earlier mission that, you know, Eric Patterson's got her missing little plays like that. And Kyle Ware seems to be stepping into those shoes quite nicely.
Hatton dumps down, taken here for a moment by Beaver. He'll pass it on along. One back by Shaw. Battle in the boards, 3 Pirates, 1 Gamecock. DiGiovanni Antonio will take it out. And he will bounce his way around 1 Gamecock, not around the second. Coming forward with it here, James Hatton. Hatton with a 3-on-1. Hatton across. Helmer Hall comes all the way out of the crease and traps it between his legs. Very nice save and a pretty clutch way of doing that. Good heads-up move coming out of the net.
Yeah, great job by Helmer here there. Just a great play, great save. But, you know, a lot of times what we'll see on those power plays is teams will get a breakaway from that man coming out of the box and the defense not really spotting him. And that's what happened there for the Gamecocks. The man came out of the box and ECU did not see him in time and almost led to another goal-scoring play for the Gamecocks.
Gamecocks will win this face-off. 23 seconds left in the second period, trying to extend on a 3-2 lead as the Gamecocks have successfully killed off 5-on-3. Now coming up, back to the point. This is taken for a moment by Curry and sent on back behind the net. Bouncing on around, here come the Gamecocks once more. And blocked down for a moment by Ergo. And they go around here into the corner as the period comes to an end. So South Carolina down 2-1 at the first intermission. They now lead at 3-2. 2 shorthanded goals tonight, 2 goals by Kyle Ware. And it looks like they're going to have a brief discussion with the referees before these teams get off the ice. Now East Carolina will make their way toward the locker room. When we come back, the second intermission report followed by a live Parents Weekend special interview with the parents of Aaron Beaver. We will return in just a moment. It's Gamecocks 3, Pirates 2 here on the Capital City Sports Network.
It's recording, right? With the red in the corner? Yeah.
Yes!
Welcome back to the broadcast booth here at the Plex, everybody, for the 107.5 The Game's second intermission report. Brett Williams and Robert McCackron here with you as the Gamecocks now lead the East Carolina Pirates 3-2. In that period, the penalties went out of control. 15 penalties overall now in this game between these two squads. But South Carolina made the most of the penalty kill after giving up an early power play goal, and they also have two shorthanded tallies on the night.
I know, you'd think being down a man that, you'd be down, but two shorthanded goals is incredible. Kyle Ware is out there playing great hockey. He's a defenseman. He's just out there making forward moves, just some slick stick handling, and great job overall by the Gamecocks, just moving the puck around, playing solid defense, and they shut down that dangerous ECU power play that was so deadly in the first period, looking really well. And just, yeah, like you said, sloppy plays, bunch of guys being a little, this one's getting a little more chippy, so you're definitely going to see a lot more penalties, I believe, just, chippy plays you really shouldn't make and just hurt your team.
Yeah, certainly as the urgency level goes up here in the third period, so you expect more of that. The goaltenders have really settled into this game. TJ Helmer Hall really never had a down spot in this game. Again, brings in a lot of experience with this Pirate club. Bobby Lombardi, on the other hand, for the Gamecocks, a freshman getting his first career start tonight, had a little bit of trouble early, gave up 2 early goals. He's been solid since. What do you think is the key to these goalies kind of getting in rhythm after, the game's going to kind of pick up pace here in the third period?
Well, Lombardi, like you said, is definitely settled down. Look a little nervous, how a little nervous, just letting pucks dribble around and stuff. That's something you can't do as a goalie. But he's definitely settled down, kept them in the game. The key for the game is the Gamecocks playing the exact same way they are, just playing out there hard, shutting down the ECU power play, and just using their overall speed, because that speed right now is just eating up space, and there's really nothing ECU can do right now at the moment to combat that speed.
I'm going to see. It should be a very interesting finish to this one. 20 minutes of exciting hockey to go as neither of these teams wants to fall in an 0-1 hole early. 107.5 The Game, the flagship station of the South Carolina Gamecocks. If you can't be at Williams-Brice Stadium tomorrow for the home opener, don't forget to check them out on the radio call and all the coverage of the game. We appreciate their sponsorship of Gamecock hockey. When we return, a special Parents Weekend interview as this second intermission rolls on here from the Plex. Gamecocks 3, Pirates 2. Back after this. You're watching the Capital City Sports Network.
Dog kick time! Oh! Do you feel the buzz?
Welcome back to the Plex, everybody. We roll on in this second intermission. Brett Williams here with a very special guest, one of the parents of the Gamecocks, the father of Aaron Beaver, Mr. James Beaver. Thank you for being on with us here tonight. So Parents Weekend here, is this, with Aaron being a senior, have you been here for Parents Weekend every year?
We haven't been every year, but this is our second time coming, and we really enjoy coming down. It's a lot of fun.
You getting ready for the football game tomorrow?
Actually, we're not going to be able to stay. We've got to go back home.
Fair enough. At least you got here to watch your son here tonight,
We did
right? In
get
the
to
season
see the
opener.
hunt.
So, as you know, a lot of times you talk about parents of varsity sports in college and the whole experience that the students go through, and the parents sometimes traveling over. What's been your experience as a parent of a club sport, and a pretty legitimate one here at the university?
They really put a lot of effort into it. They run it like a real varsity sport. The travel, all the things they get to do, it's almost the same thing as varsity.
You had any favorite road trips you've been able to make watching them?
I enjoy going down to Orlando when they go down there for the tournaments and playing with UCF and things like that. That's my alma mater.
Oh, there you go. That's a good connection to have for sure. So how did Aaron originally get into hockey, and how did he find his way up here to Cock hockey?
Well, I grew up playing myself, and so I knew I was going to get him into it early, and he started playing about the time he could walk. And so he's played all through up the travel teams and youth hockey, and then when he got up here to USC, he thought he'd try out for the team.
Yeah, a very interesting hockey connection you have personally as well in here in South Carolina, originally from Greenville, and you got a chance to play as a goalie for the Greenville Growl. How was that experience?
Well, I got a chance to back up their goalie, and in fact, the coach of the USC team was on the team at the time, so I got to know him a little bit.
And so how did you think that's helped? Did Aaron know Coach Sirwa coming into playing for the team because of that connection?
He knew of him because he knew the players, but yeah, that definitely it was a connection with getting to meet him.
Yeah, I think you got to get a chance to talk with our color guy, Robert McCackern. He's originally from Greenville, a big Swamp Rabbits fan, knows a little bit about the Growl, so he might have seen you back in the day for sure. But what do you think would you see as Aaron's goals for this season, being a senior, trying to kind of lead this team now into some success here on his final go-round?
Provide a little leadership with his experience and really just have a good time. I mean, this is his last season getting to play. I just hope he has a really good time doing it.
And certainly has a good mentor in you to learn from in that regard. And I certainly wish him well and you well this season and this weekend. Mr. James Beaver, parent of Aaron Beaver, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We'll be back right after this third period coming to you as the Gamecocks lead the Pirates 3-2 here at the Plex on the Capital City Sports Network.
This is Coffee on the Horseshoe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gamecocks at the Movies.
Hi, this is Gossip on Talk the Town.
Round 4, Hammered with Questions, Christmas edition.
Hey guys! Welcome to the first segment of Pretty Cocky.
And this is USC.
And in honor of Hot Lady's Wedding, I wore a turtleneck.
This is my first sip of alcohol.
Who is your favorite person besides SpongeBob? Who's your favorite person in the world?
I think it would be ASAP Ferg.
Whoa! And this country was founded on Mary Jane. Our founder, George Washington Carver.
Be a little gay. Life's better when you're a little gay.
No.
Alright.
Oh, thank you so much. It's cold tonight. It's finally getting cold. I appreciate that. It's barely Christmas. It's December 3rd. We're 22 days away from Christmas.
I feel violated.
And you know what Donald Trump won't let me do? Do you know what life he won't let me live?
The vape life.
What the? No!
He got on those. Granddaddy, can I please go bowling shoes?
So I turned to my chair, around, I looked at my leg, farted, like loud. The entire class heard it. It was stand there, hold your ground, no, own that fart.
Everybody, third period action in play here between South Carolina and East Carolina. 3-2, Gamecocks lead the Pirates. Final period of the first game of the season for these two squads. The Gamecocks once again finished 9-13 a year ago, 5th in the SEC HC and in the tournament, and then lost in the first round of the ACHA D3 South Regionals. East Carolina 11-11-1 a year ago. Playing the Blue Ridge Hockey Conference as Sean Davis comes forward here, weaves his way through a Pirate. That's going to be a penalty, and apparently a little bit delayed here. They thought they might even offer a penalty shot there as he was going almost unchecked to the net and got kind of clipped out from behind.
Great play right there, just almost like a nutmeg to the defender there, and almost got through his trip there. So big opportunity for the Gamecocks with another power play. Once again, using Kravis as the sort of second defender on there for extra attacker as well. So
Holt Cody going to go in the box there for East Carolina, the 16th penalty of the night. And so we were talking about this game probably staying chippy, and it really didn't take too long for another penalty to come here in the third period. Almost a minute gone here in the third period, 3-2 South Carolina. Let's see what the Gamecocks able to do here on this man advantage. As Kyle Ware feeds it on back. Jacob Tengy, quick shot, blocked by Helmer Hall. Ian Schneider recovers it behind. Schneider trying to rotate around to Martone. He's also got Alex Kranis in front. Tengy with it at the point, leaves it for Martone. Martone, quick shot. Helmer Hall blocks it up. Check that Schneider was on that shot. Martone was waiting in front, almost got it on the rebound. Jacob Tengy behind. Passes it on to Schneider once again. He was looking for Martone. A Pirate got it instead, cleared to center. And the Gamecocks will retreat. The Pirates will change. Head on forward here. Here's Jacob Tengy. Tengy sending along Kyle Ware across the blue line. Ware drifts in. Ware's got a couple of men behind him. And then it goes along into the far corner. The Pirates will clear it out once more. Halfway home in the power play. 55 seconds to go for South Carolina as they try to extend their 3-2 lead over the East Carolina Pirates. Coming out here is Kyle Ware. Ware feeds Mike Borst. Borst had James Hatton waiting across the ice. Borst hustles in. Borst with a good angle here, shoots it, and Helmer Hall will corral and hold.
Brett, once again, we see that speed of the Gamecocks just moving right around the ECU defense, not even going through them, just going right around up to the goalie, getting several shots on net, and right now there's really nothing ECU can do about it.
Faceoff will come to the right side of TJ Helmer Hall. It is won by the Pirates and sent not all the way down but to center. The Gamecocks will clear the zone and come on out. James Hatton, sends it on up. And then a quick clear. Bobby Lombardi had to block his legs together there as that puck took a kind of odd dive down at the last moment. And now here they go, the Gamecocks back towards center. It's won for a short moment here by Sean Davis. Now hustling forward, Davis, almost no angle, quick shot, they score! Deflected in front. Believe that got off the stick of Ian Schneider. We'll double check that. But how about that? The Gamecocks moving the other way, and Sean Davis going to go with the assist, found the open man in front, and it's 4-2 Gamecocks.
And great play by Davis, one of these newcomers out here, and definitely showing off his speed as well. But a nice centering pass, and Gamecocks able to score on another power play. So all kinds of special teams, 2 shorthanded goals, and now a power play goal as well.
And that one is not going to be Ian Schneider. It's actually another newcomer to the team, Jeffrey Kostrebski. Welcome to the team, young man, with that goal in front. Time of that goal coming at 2:32. And with 17:28 to go, the Gamecocks now have scored 4 unanswered here against the Pirates. And the Gamecocks win it behind. Quick shot in front, and a whiff on a one-timer by Kranis that if it had gone through might have broken the back of the net. Had a lot of steam on that one. Pizzo will send it up and now taken away by East Carolina. They've got a little 2-on-2 developing here. Gamecocks quick in pursuit. Kevin Catrone, that's going to be a sure penalty there as Pat Patterson hits the deck. Now a huge board there by Catrone. Not a board, I should say, but a big-time check. Laid out a Pirate on his back. And should be back to the penalty kill here for South Carolina.
Yeah, Brett, several penalties here. We talk about how these players need to be a little more disciplined. Right there is getting a stick around the ankles. And ECU Pirate went down, so tripping. And another power play here for ECU. It'll be interesting to see. You know, we saw the ECU power play looking very dominant in the first period, then a little slowed down right there. Aggressive play by the Gamecocks. So let's see if the ECU now comes out with their own adjustment and make their power play a lot more dangerous.
As usual, running the point is Puzar. It almost got kicked in as Lombardi kind of blocked it into a little barricade in front of him. But the Gamecocks will get it out for the moment. Devin Irmo wrapping it and then sent down right in front of the South Carolina bench and then sent on down. The Gamecocks will get out. Pirates waiting in the defensive zone. A happy feet action there by the defender, and he'll clear it on up. Patterson sends it on across, bounces off the far boards. Now the Gamecocks will get it back out to center. Pirates clear the zone. Patterson a little give and go, but it gets through the stick of his teammate, Shaw. And now the Pirates coming back towards center. Taken away here for a moment by Irmo, and then taken back down. Here come the Pirates the other way. Hustling forward now, C.J. Shaw. Turning on the afterburners, quick shot into the side of the net. Lombardi kind of clicked it up and then brought it back down. 1:01 to go in the power play.
Yeah, great play by Lombardi there. I don't think he saw the puck for a little bit and just lost it. Was able to turn around, great awareness, put it in his glove, and stop any further damage from ECU on his power play.
Now this face-off will come to the right side of Lombardi. It'll be Jacob Tengy battling Alex Bean. And Tengy wins it, gives it on to James Hatton, who sends it all the way to center, almost went into the penalty box. Come on down. A little shucking and jiving there in the far corner. Now the Pirates will bring it on out.
I'm not sure if he was dancing or playing hockey out there for a second.
I don't know. That was a nice move. Gamecocks quick shot in, headed toward the Pirates bench. Who wins it? South Carolina will, but not before they get out of the back into the neutral zone. And now coming forward, Alec Martone. A little 2-on-2. Martone, quick speed, quick shot. Martone gets a little block in front off of Helmer Hall. Gamecocks win it, but can't turn around and get a shot off. They'll dump it in instead. Jacob Tengy hustling after it in the far corner. Tengy falls down, and now the Pirates are going to win it. Sent off toward the near boards. 15 seconds left in the power play for East Carolina, and South Carolina really for the last about 30 seconds or so has erased any advantage the Pirates had. Now one more rush coming for the Pirates, quickly nullified by Grayson Curry's well-timed stick, and that will do it. Another successful penalty kill for South Carolina. They've done that a lot of times here.
Yeah, Brett, outside of the first period, ECU's really been shut down on the power play, and great job. All the credit to the Gamecocks there. Nice little adjustment and shutting down ECU's power play. Actually almost looking more dangerous shorthanded than the Pirates did on the advantage.
Gamecocks now in the defensive zone. A little back and forth between Hickman and Blake Drummond. On down into the far corner. Battle for the puck ensues. As always, the fans have transferred back to the other end of the ice, following TJ Helmer Hall as they do all away goaltenders and letting them know that they are there. Big battle there. Duncan Hickman ends up on his back. And I think we're going to have yet another penalty called, make it 17 on the night.
Yeah, Brett, I believe it was, I'm not sure what the call was there, but now chance for the Gamecocks after seeing how dangerous they looked shorthanded. It'll be interesting to see now how they're going to look on the power play. Not really sure what the call is, but big opportunity here for the Gamecocks, trying to get a 3-goal lead.
Let's see what the Gamecocks are going to be able to do with it. And Tengy going to quickly win it. Hustle toward the net. My goodness, a Pirate ended up flying in the air. I think that was Puzar battling with Alec Martone. Martone won that battle. Now they're battling once again. Now back up top, Ian Schneider. Quick shot on the lefty, and he wins it right back. And another shot from Cranus, creating some havoc, and he scores! Alex Cranus from the point. Another welcome to the team, my friend. Fantastic shot from up top, as the Gamecocks were just shooting at will on TJ Helmer Hall and finally got one through. It is 5-2 South Carolina.
Brett, I believe it was Cranus, but it might actually have been redirected in. When I looked at it again, it looked like it was going right at the goalkeeper, then went at the last second, hit the post in the corner, so it may not have been Cranus, but still give him the credit at the moment.
Time of that goal coming at 6:22. And 5 unanswered now for South Carolina as they try to bring this one home.
Yeah, but it just seems like ECU's kind of out of it now. They came out hard, but now have 5 unanswered goals, and see if ECU can stop the bleeding or South Carolina can keep pouring it on.
Quick shot, Sean Davis. TJ Helmer Hall bounces off to the left side and will corral. we have a quick moment here. We're going to bring in a very special guest. Being from Columbia, wouldn't be surprised that he's back here on the first night in which he is not in uniform. Got to see the next era of Gamecock hockey get off to a great success, and that is Mr. Gamecock himself, Eric Patterson. Eric, thanks so much for coming on up and joining us here in the broadcast tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great to be here.
How does it feel being on the other side now, getting the fan experience?
It's very odd, very odd. I'm used to being out there, but apparently they're getting it done without me, so it's great to see.
Well, I guess that's proof of your leadership then, leading the guys in the right direction the last couple of years.
I've been trying to. I know a couple guys out there, but they've been all playing well. I saw the goal by Jim Hatton. Was really nice.
Looks like another penalty is going to be called. This one's going to go against East Carolina again here, as Lombardi was hustling over. A couple of these young faces have been getting some good face time tonight, the Kostrebskis and the Kranises, and then obviously Lombardi in goal. So.
I've been real impressed by all of them. They've honestly stepped it up more than I thought they would, and it's been incredible to see.
What do you think it does for a team to kind of seed 2 goals early and then suddenly start coming back? They've got 5 unanswered here. They've really kind of settled in here tonight. How can they take away great stuff from this and going into next week on the road?
It's really been something to see from young players being able to rebound like that. It's good coming in here and being able to get something like that done right now.
Kyle Ware scores from the point. There you go. And that's going to be a hat trick. Start throwing the hats on the ice, folks. I think the fans are trying to, but they can't because the net's so high. How about that?
I don't think my arm's good enough to throw it from here right now.
Yeah, maybe we actually, because there's no net in front of our glass, we might be able to get something going there. But yeah, let's. I think you might have the authority to do so. As journalists, we probably do not. So what have you been up to here lately after graduating?
I've just been applying to jobs, trying to get a job in town is what I really want to do, so I can keep coming back and watching games and everything. This has been a part of my life for so long. I don't want it to end yet.
Very true. Getting some more. We got a timeout called here by Zach Johnston of East Carolina. So I guess coming back here, got to imagine it brings back some great memories from a whole lot of time spent here at the Plex.
Oh yeah, I've been here since I was playing hockey. I live 5 minutes down the road, and it's been incredible.
You playing any kind of club hockey now?
I can't. I have an injury right now, but whenever I get back, I'm going to try to play some kind of hockey. I know Al told me he has some connections in the SPHL, so he's going to try to hook me up there, and that'd be nice.
Sure, just kind of get what you can if it's been that much to you. So, but should be a very interesting year, I imagine, given a lot of turnover in certain teams in the SECHC, but as we saw pretty much all of last year, very stacked conference top to bottom. Georgia suddenly got some national exposure after they won the SEC tournament. They ended up like John Butchiegross was wearing their jersey on SportsCenter at night one time, and we'll be here a couple weeks as the ACHA D3 game of the week between the Bulldogs and Gamecocks. I imagine that's going to be a dogfight or a cockfight, depending on which side you are of that argument.
It'll definitely be a cockfight for sure, and I think they got what it takes this year. From what I've seen tonight, when getting down that low at first and coming back after that, they're up 6-2 now, and that's incredible for me to see. The young guys stepped up, and they look good. They look real good.
Well, you'd be certainly the one to give the read on the team, and next week, again, the Gamecocks will be headed off into Nashville and then to Knoxville as they take on Vandy and Tennessee. And certainly we know what Vandy's capable of. I'm sure they'll be firing next week as well.
They always have good defense, good goalie. It was hard for me to score on that goalie, and I think they'll be good, but from what I've seen tonight, I still think it's possible for the Gamecocks to pull out with it.
No, certainly. The Gamecocks did split a lot of series last year, and Bobby Lombardi loses this one, and that one's going to go in for an East Carolina goal. So the unanswered streak is over here for the Gamecocks, and coming forward there on that goal, Matt Taylor, his second of the night for the Pirates. A quick shot that Lombardi just couldn't quite corral, ended up in the back of the net.
That's just real bad for him. It's not – every goalie sees that every now and then. It's just very unlucky. It's something he has to get his head around and just move on.
Yeah, he certainly did a good job of that earlier in this game after allowing early 2 and kind of settled down for a long time. Just 12:39 to go here as it's 6-3 in favor of South Carolina. Eric, really appreciate your time being with us. Thanks for coming back and still supporting your guys.
Oh, I always will. Anytime you want me up here.
Absolutely. You're always welcome. Say hey to your parents for us.
Hey,
Appreciate
Mom and
everything
Dad.
they did to help to make this possible for us.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have a good one. Robert, welcome back. As now 6-3 here, as we've seen a pair of goals, one for either side in your short absence.
Well, I guess a lot can happen when you're just not here for a couple of seconds. So great, exciting stuff from both teams now as ECU seems to be trying to get back in it a little bit.
Coming forward here, Parker Sutton. And this one pent on up towards center ice. Should have asked Eric. I know Alex Kranis, who's wearing number 10 tonight, apparently is going to be wearing Patterson's number 11 starting at the next game. And I was meant to ask him about that, but I'm sure 11 is going to be, to some extent, retired in the hearts of Gamecock fans and certainly in the Patterson family.
You know, Brett, it's okay to be, for me, it's okay to be replaced by the leading scorer, an all-time leading scorer for the Gamecocks. So I'll take that firing for this one.
Fair enough. Not a firing, just a short suspension, shall I say. He went to the penalty box. How were the nachos?
What was the penalty?
I don't know.
Oh, man. All right, well.
Not performing as well as the all-time leading goal scorer, evidently.
Hey, shots fired. All right, here we go. Back to the action on the ice.
So coming forward here, James Hatton makes his way through a couple of Pirates over to the near corner. And now jammed on by a couple of Pirates. Going up behind. Now East Carolina on the far side trying to bring it forward. 11 minutes flat to go in this one. It's 6-3 Gamecocks, leading ECU. And now sent on down as they feed behind, going after it, Nick Giovanantonio. And he's jammed on in the near corner by a number of Gamecocks. Taken here for a moment. Grayson Curry goes back after it far side. Pressure provided there by Andrew Keelan. And now D. Giovanantonio back at center will win it and get it past Alec Martone as the Pirates come forward once again. Here's Keelan. Keelan with a good angle. Bobby Lombardi blocks it in front. Puck still loose. And on the second shot that comes in, it will eventually be covered by Lombardi. Good recovery there.
And, brother, that goal recently by ECU seems to bring them a little bit back to life. And for the Gamecocks, you got to make sure you keep the power to the metal here. You just can't just let your foot off the gas here. You can let ECU right back in it. We've seen several times these college hockey games, goals scored in flurries. So if you don't blink for a second, 3 more goals could be in and you can be back in a tie game.
Onto the near boards they battle. Pizzo with it for a moment and then taken right back by ECU. They continue to battle. 3 Pirates, 2 Gamecocks, and a whistle blows. Almost to the halfway point in the third, 10:15 to play. And this one is going to be taken back by South Carolina. Coming forward here is Alex Kranis. Sends it on across, taken by Pizzo. And Kyle Ware will dump it on back down. The Pirates get it behind the net, trying to bring it on out. Taken for a moment, now laid ahead. And going after it is Catrone. Catrone battles a couple of Pirates, now taking it away and sending it on down. As the Pirates come back to the offensive zone, a wind and a quick shot. Lombardi gloved it down and thought he could corral it in his glove, but he did not. Knocked it down, and luckily for him, there was no Pirate in front to try to pop that one back in on the rebound.
Brett, big hit there by Kyle Ware, but it looks like he's going to get penalized for it.
And Ware, a very big presence. I know a number of guys were talking to us in the preseason about, said they would not want to get hit by Kyle Ware. I think we've seen why tonight. And sometimes it just ends up being a little bit extra that the referees don't like. Kind of hard to say sometimes on a bang-bang play, but eventually, you're a big hitter. Sometimes that's just going to happen.
Brett, the way he's playing right now, I don't think I want to play against him at all with these 3 goals as well. Not just so much hitting, but just pretty much everything on the ice right now.
And this one's going to be won by South Carolina. 2-on-1 here. Could there be another shorthanded goal? A hand over Martone with it. Martone shoots high, and it's blocked aside by T.J. Helmer Hall. Gamecocks were looking for their 3rd shorthander of the night. They could not get it thanks to a good stop by the Pirates netminder.
But I don't know what it is. They just seem to be so dangerous being shorthanded. Maybe it's hustling after the puck, but sometimes they're looking more dangerous shorthanded than the ECU is looking on their man advantage.
That speaks volumes about what this team could be capable of moving forward if they've got that kind of discipline, that kind of hockey IQ. And sent along down by Tengy, and he'll get out and change briefly, though not the rest of the line, just Tengy getting a quick rest. And the Pirates will move forward here. 8:47 to go in regulation. 1:08 in the power play for ECU as the Pirates provide a little bit of pressure. It's kind of flicked high. Alex Bean was looking to score. DiGiovanni hustles forward. Quick backhanded shot, and Lombardi will just sneak his left glove out there and snatch it back.
Yeah, great awareness by Lombardi. We've seen several times in many games on all levels, just a little weird bounce off the boards and almost create a scoring opportunity, or has. So great awareness by Lombardi for following the puck and covering his near post.
The Gamecocks will get some fresh legs on the ice here. 57 more seconds to kill a penalty, as they lead it by 3. And they're trying to at least keep that lead as is. And they're going to intercept this one in the defensive zone. Puck, however, is won right back by DiGiovanni. And they'll send it on through. Taken here for a moment by Ridings. Sent on down by the Gamecocks back to TJ Helmer Hall. Stopping on a dime are the Pirates. They come on out. Hustling forward, 8 minutes to go. And puck sends on into the stand. Somebody getting a souvenir.
And Brett, one thing I've noticed right now for the Gamecocks is their centermen are really winning these faceoffs in key situations and power plays. And on their side of the ice, which is huge, so you can stop the other team from getting any kind of chance, scoring chance at least on net. So great job by these guys in the faceoff circles, winning these critical faceoffs for the Gamecocks.
Another face-off here, and this one will be battled for. Now East Carolina wins it in the corner. Sent on up, 11 seconds left in the man advantage. The Pirates might have a rush here, 3-on-2, but hustling back here is Kostrebski. And turning it on around now, the Pirates will send it down. Waiting in front was Patterson, but jamming in back for the Gamecocks was Nicknard Slicko, and that will kill off the penalty. 7:28 to go here in regulation. Another penalty killed by the Gamecocks. And icing called here against South Carolina.
Yeah, great play there by Curry, breaking up that 2-on-3 there, or 3-on-2 for ECU. If he had missed right there, it could have been spelled trouble for the Gamecocks. A great job just getting his stick, keeping it on the ice, and stealing the puck away, and just holding him at bay.
This face-off taken by South Carolina. Nicknard Slicko sends it off the backboards and all the way down. And that should be icing, and it will be. I want to remind you that our next time on the air will be in a couple of weeks on Friday, October 7th, as the Georgia Ice Dogs come to the Plex. That game will be the ACHA D3 Game of the Week. We look forward to bringing you the coverage of that one. A nationally publicized game. Excited to be a part of that and what should be a phenomenal hockey game. Georgia defeated South Carolina by a single goal here at the Plex last time they played a year ago. Georgia, the reigning SEC-HC tournament champions as well.
Yeah, bro, that's going to be a great game. Both these teams, Gamecocks looking a little revamped here this season, looking really well. And Georgia obviously just went last year winning the SEC championship. So it'll be a great battle. Like I said, national game of the week. So interesting to see next Friday here at the Plex how it's going to go down.
A couple of Fridays from now, but that's all right. Coming up forward. Oh, big trip there. I think that was more incidental than anything, so no penalty called. Kind of a clanging of skates. DiGiovanni is fine. Sutton is fine as well. He's hustling down with it. Puck bounced behind Helmer Hall, but couldn't get to a Gamecock. The net was open behind the Pirates goaltender, but it didn't get through. And now South Carolina will put another puck toward the net. ECU comes out with it, plays it up forward off the skate of one Pirate and down low. Gamecocks get it and now come on forward. This taken here by Sutton. Sutton winds and fires, and it's gloved aside by Helmer Hall into the net. And as we talk about next week, I want to bring you Liberty Tap Room, what's on tap for South Carolina hockey. The next game's coming up next week. What you got, Robert?
And next Friday, USC will be taking on Vandy, and as well on Saturday. And then on Sunday, they'll finish out an away trip at Tennessee. So big 3-game series against interconference teams. So huge weekend for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, big 3 all on the road in a row. That's going to take a lot of stamina for the Gamecocks. We'll see what they have. That's your Liberty Tap Room. What's on tap? Liberty Tap Room, proud sponsor of the South Carolina Gamecocks hockey team. A great place to go before a Friday night game or on the few Sunday games we have this season for Sunday brunch. Locations in the Vista in Columbia and out on Lake Murray as well, and we appreciate their support of Gamecock hockey. Sent on back, Jacob Tengy toward the corner. Ian Schneider with it now. Schneider feeds on back to Tengy. Tengy comes up, this is Kyle Ware drifting in, and Ware will go high, and TJ Helmer Hall will corral.
Great block by Helmer Hall with another great play by Kyle Ware, making a move around one of the defenders. And even though he has a hat trick, he is looking for more, trying to get a 4th, maybe even 5th. And right now, the way he's playing, it's quite possible he could easily do that.
There's 5:37 to go. Gamecocks with a pretty good cushion right now. They never want to get complacent. ECU has proven that they can get players to the right place at the right time tonight. South Carolina has been able to stop them after allowing 2 early goals, and then 1 more for the Pirates here late. Going down into the near corner, a few Gamecocks fighting for it. And this is Kyle Ware going to win it at the point, send it on across. Taken for a moment by Hickman, he loses it. The Gamecocks will have to retreat. 5 minutes left here in regulation, a 3-goal lead for South Carolina. Kyle Ware making moves around a few Pirates, and Hickman will win it back at center and dump back in.
But one of the things you have to watch out for as a defenseman like Kyle Ware is a two-way player getting caught too low down in the zone, and then the ECU or another team coming back out and trying to hurt you with that. But so far, the Gamecocks have been done very well. One of the forwards has come back and covered for Kyle Ware, so they can't get out in those odd man situations.
Now here the Gamecocks come back forward, 2-on-3. Nick Pizzo slowing it down. He'll just try to corral and give his team enough time to change lines. Alex Cranus trying to keep the puck as well. It's won by the Pirates here, but the Gamecocks still providing the pressure. Normally you don't see that when you change lines. You normally see just kind of dump it down, get out, get back on, but the Gamecocks were able to really keep possession there with their 1 guy down.
And that smart play by him, just keeping it down there on the ice and holding up and waiting for his teammates, and that allowed for some great opportunities for them.
Well, turnaround shot by Curry and try to get back out to another Gamecock. He could not. And now South Carolina will be back in its defensive zone trying to reset. Grayson Curry here, another whistle blows with 3:51 to go.
With so many penalties, you're expecting a blow and whistle to lead to a penalty there, so this time it's just offsides though.
There's been a whole lot of that tonight for sure. 18 at the last count. Grayson Curry going on back. Kind of stops on a dime, loses the puck, however. South Carolina does win it back. And coming on up.
And Brett, one of the concerns we talked about last year was how at the beginning of the year, last season, Gamecock special teams was looking a little iffy out there, but it's a great sign. They shirted up near the end of the season, starting off this season as well, looking very well. So, well, it used to be a weakness, looking like a big strength for them there, especially with these 2 shorthanded goals as well.
Special teams always a key in any sport. Hockey, one of the big ones. And thus far, the Gamecocks have won that battle here tonight. Coming forward, 3-on-2. Curry drifts in, loses it for a moment. Now coming on over to the near boards, it is Sean Davis. Davis hustles forward. Tengy went across to a wide open Kostrebski, who just fanned on the shot. He had that net wide open in front of him and couldn't deliver. As we approach 3 minutes here remaining, Davis drifts in, beats 1 Pirate, tries to beat a second one. Will he? Will get jammed into the boards here. Big fight for it ensues. Mike Borst going to come away with it. Borst plays up. Goes back down behind the boards. And the Gamecocks will try to wrap near side. Coming on up here. Play it on towards center. Nard Slicko runs a little interference. And now it's taken out by Blake Drummond. Coming on around, 2:25 to go. Nard Slicko tripped for a moment. And right there, Will Ridings was kind of doing some damage there, unintentionally it appeared. Just kind of sliding along the ice and took out a couple of Gamecocks. A little check there provided on by Nardslicko. As the Gamecocks come on around, this is Drummond with it, sends it on down, and it will be recovered by Josh Haight in the corner for ECU. Less than 2 minutes to go in this one. And Gamecocks will come out from behind, feeding up Nardslicko in front. Quick shot, it goes wide. And going after it now once more will be Sutton, who looks for Irgo and can't find him. Now they lose it. Turning around, Irgo once more. Thought about feeding it on up to Drummond, instead goes back down with it. Pirates now. And now back to the Gamecocks and Devin Irgo. Irgo hits the deck. Coming on up, this is Adam Davis. And icing will be called here against ECU with 69 ticks on the clock.
Yeah, and Brett, right now, just ECU seems a little out of it right now, obviously with only a minute, 9 seconds to go and down 3 goals. And USC's just dominating puck possession, especially in their own offensive zone, getting several opportunities to looks on goals. And there could be a chance for just one more goal if USC wants to push it there. Just want to kind of settle back in and just make sure they don't allow any more goals themselves.
I believe USC's opener last year here at the Plex was a 7-3 loss to Coastal. If they scored one more, it would be a reverse of that score in favor of the Gamecocks and against East Carolina, of course, rather than Coastal. Quick one-timer there. Nick Nardslicko was trying to bury that. Kevin Catrone. Down on the boards. Now they try to work their way up here. Kyle Ware waiting at the point. Nick Pizzo as well. The pressure is provided by Cranus. Out towards center. Hatton for a moment. Makes one man miss. Now it goes right back. And it's taken here by Ridings. Well, Ridings kicks it on down the boards. And now it works its way behind to Hatton. 27 seconds to go. Coming on up, sending it on down off the skate of Catrone. And he'll go back after it. One on the near boards by ECU. 16 and 15 seconds remaining as we go back to center. Hatton looking for Kyle Ware. Now instead we'll turn around and keep on fighting here. They go down into the far boards. Pizzo getting jammed on, and the whistle blows with a mere 1.9 seconds on the clock.
Brett, great overall game by the Gamecocks. Go down 2-0, came back with 6 unanswered goals. And a great win for the Gamecocks. They start the season 6-3 over ECU.
And Marty, fresh off his first career start, getting enthused with that Plex atmosphere, goes over and slams his body against the glass in front of the USC faithful. That's a great sign. Excited about his first win in net as South Carolina defeats East Carolina, doubles them up 6-3, your final here on opening night. Like you said, Robert, good all-around performance and a good bounce back.
Yeah, great job, and so interesting to see the Gamecocks being very dangerous shorthandedly as they got 2 goals, and obviously the big-time performer today was Kyle Ware with his hat trick and multiple hits. Not only just regular, but big-time hits, getting the Gamecocks definitely offense and just defensively going. Great job for them.
Well, as the handshake line goes, we will step aside for just a moment. When we come back on the post-game show, we'll recap how the Gamecocks won this one, 6-3, once again the final. And we'll preview next week's series against Vanderbilt and Tennessee. A busy next weekend, though the Gamecocks are done for this weekend. Just a 1-game series against these Pirates from Greenville, North Carolina. Be right back. Gamecocks winners tonight over ECU 6-3. Stay tuned for the post-game show right after this on the Capital City Sports Network.
Yes!
Well, welcome back to the post-game show, everybody. Brett Williams and Robert McCackron here with you as the South Carolina Gamecocks winners here tonight over East Carolina, 6-3 the final. The Gamecocks gave up the first 2 goals. East Carolina scored just about 35, I believe it was 35 seconds in, and that gave them an early lead. They got another one in there, so South Carolina really had to settle down, and settle down they did. It started with Bobby Lombardi in goal, and it ended with Kyle Ware offensively, who was fantastic for the Gamecocks. A hat trick tonight for the captain. That's how you want to start the season if you're Kyle Ware and the Gamecocks.
Yeah, great job by Kyle Ware, definitely the player of the game, not only offensively but also defensively, making several big hits. And I bring you back to the first period when he got that big hit. Right after that hit, the Gamecocks seemed to get their footing back under him and definitely got excited. So, love that leadership as well in Kyle Ware. Just great overall job, resiliency, down 2-0, you think, oh, you need to do some things. They came back 6 unanswered goals, 2 shorthanded, and Kyle Ware being a big part of that. So it's a great job overall by the Gamecocks.
How about that special teams outing tonight for South Carolina? Fantastic on the penalty kill. They gave up one of those first 2 goals was on the power play, and then just had a long streak of killing off penalty after penalty. There were roughly 20 penalties combined between these 2 teams tonight, and South Carolina didn't let them phase them, including those 2 shorthanded goals. That's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, great job by the Gamecocks. Very beginning of the first period, we saw ECU power play looking very dangerous. They're doing whatever they wanted to, and I guess Sir Wall and the Gamecock teams made an adjustment and started pressuring the puck handlers a lot more, and just took away the ECU power passing lanes, and their power play was a non-factor after that first period. And a great job. It's credit to everybody out there shutting that down.
And the Gamecocks also have a good freshman performance tonight. As we said, Bobby Lombardi in goal really settled in, did a pretty good job securing that win. You also had Alex Kranis, who was making a great appearance all up and down the ice, a lot of speed, a lot of intensity. Got a goal in there, at least we're crediting it with him at this point. Jeffrey Kostrebski also got on the board as well. And we heard from Eric Patterson here earlier tonight. He was just very impressed with what he's seeing from this team, and kind of even despite the turnover, way they look for this season.
Yeah, I'm definitely very impressed. Lombardi looked a little shaky at the game. That's just expected in a freshman playing your first game, a little nerves. Great job by him. And then Cravens came in there. Some Slepsies came in there. Great job by both of those guys, and looking good for the future. So when these seniors from this year leave, you have other guys stepping in. So you just loving the overall talent, just keeps continuing to pour into this Gamecock hockey team.
That's part of the program for sure. Coach Sir was looking to build. East Carolina falls to 0-1. They have a lot of other road games coming up, and just kind of one home game in the midst of a big Maryland and Virginia tour. They'll play UVA and JMU. They'll go up and play the University of Maryland, George Mason, even Northern Virginia Community College, part of that Blue Ridge Hockey Conference. That's in my stomping grounds in Annandale, Virginia, so I will give them that. The Gamecocks, meanwhile, a big road trip coming up next week. They go to Tennessee for 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 2 against the Vanderbilt Commodores, 1 against the Tennessee Ice Vols. And if last year's indication is anything, Tennessee unable to make the SECHC tournament, but after playing Vanderbilt, who lost in the championship. Excuse me, they did not. I apologize. They were defeated by Georgia in the semis, as Georgia ended up knocking out Florida in the championship game. But Vanderbilt, a very good team. They've got a lot of talent there. They've got a strong program there. 2 big games against them in Nashville, and then a game against the Vols. Should be certainly a proving weekend for South Carolina on the road.
Yeah, those 2 Vandy games were huge. We saw this just today as well. Vandy beat Mississippi State by a score of 15-1. So we didn't watch the game. We're not really sure how Mississippi State was, but still scoring 15 goals in a hockey game, especially in one game, is huge. It's gonna be. We saw Vandy last year look very threatening and dangerous. Not really sure what they're bringing back to the table this year, but based on what last year in their first game this week, it's gonna be a very, very tough road test for them playing Vandy 2 times.
Yeah, it should be very interesting to see what the Gamecocks bring next week. We will not be in Nashville with you then. We will send it over to our good friends at Penalty Box Radio, home of the Commodores, Cutler Klein, Justin Bradford, and everybody over there. They do a great job, and we look forward to being with you in Nashville in the SEC HC tournament once again coming this February. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing you back here. I believe it's 3 weeks from tonight. It's October 7th as the Georgia Ice Dogs come here to the Plex. It'll be the ACHA D3 Game of the Week, a fantastic matchup here, and we look forward to bringing that to you once again on CCSN. Robert, fantastic tonight as always. Eric Patterson may be better than you on the ice, but that was not taken away from you in anything in the booth. A fantastic color, and I appreciate that.
There we go. It's okay. The leading scorer, it's okay to take a sit back to that. So I'll take the the minor, 2-minute minor for that one. Get back into it after that.
Fair enough. A phenomenal crew overall tonight. Claudia Chakamian, John Dowdy, Seth Lanford, and Andrew Wolf. We appreciate all that they did to make this broadcast a success, and they always do every night. Fantastic crew with us here at SGTV. Once again, the final here tonight from the Plex. South Carolina gets off the season to a great start with a 6-3 win over the East Carolina Pirates. So for all of us, once again, here at the Capital City Sports Network, I'm Brett Williams. Carolina, forever to thee.